But I get to say we just see JayZ, a real genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble and stuff. I appreciate that. We need artists like you. That's it. At the bar.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah. You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already know. Right.
What it get lit at? You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
Yo, what up? It is 151. It is Lady Antoinette. It is CP3.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, you West.
I told you.
We ain't in the middle of the show. You doing the West Coast shit.
I don't know what might happen today, man. It's been a couple of weeks I've been on air. It's been a couple of crazy weeks in my life. So I'm giving you a warning before the show starts. I'm not responsible for what might come out of my mouth today.
It's your mouth. How is that even possible?
Hey, man, it's a disclaimer. So, man, I'm not responsible.
You're not responsible for the shit that you may say out your mouth.
Exactly. You are. It's called life. Life is.
You are.
Life
You're not responsible for the shit that you may say out your mouth.
Exactly.
Life? What kind of life?
Who's life?
Your life?
Yeah, my life. Yeah, I heard you.
Hey, we never talk about that. You ain't gonna talk about that right
I
now.
know it gets hot in the city, so you know.
Yeah.
Things get hot.
I, I try my hardest all the time not to catch no charges.
Do you really? Do you
I
really?
do. I have not caught any charges in my entire life.
Right.
In my whole 35 years of life. Yes, I told y'all. Hey, I can be 35.
Yeah, you true. You can.
Okay,
You
so
whatever you want to be.
there you go. So why are you trying to rain on my parade?
Yeah, 'cause I feel you. I can't, you know,
I'm 35.
I can't catch no charges right now, even the current situation I'm in. So,
See, there you go.
so I'm trying to, you know, relax and chill and just, you know, stay positive. And I've been praying a lot lately.
You know what? I am happy. It's gonna snow.
I always pray,
It's gonna
but
snow. It
I
may
haven't
be.
prayed this
It
much
may
in a
be
long
hot
time.
as Hades outside.
That might have something to do with it, but I'm not taking that L. I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm going through some things right now. So y'all pray for me, please. I got some difficulties.
Yes, pray for
I
CP3.
need
We need to
whatever
do a
help I can
hashtag.
get. Yeah.
Hashtag pray for CP3.
I need whatever help I can get y'all. Help the brother out,
Let's just pray for you find a good woman.
Oh,
man. I ain't even looking that far. I'm just trying to keep my head above water right now. Just pray for it, nigga. If a woman come in the picture, that's a bonus. But, you know, it got so bad, I played the Powerball the other day.
aw. You don't always play the Bible. I feel like you played before.
I mean, I played like maybe once every couple of years.
But wasn't it real high? Like 600
It's
something?
700 million now.
Oh, well, let me go.
Yeah, I played two randoms. I don't even have no numbers. I just played two randoms and I ain't get one number on either one.
Oh. It's okay, but you took a chance, and that's what you wanted to do.
I dozed off, woke up like 11:30, went on the joint, Google it, looked at my tickets, like, I'm like, now I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Oh, you know what?
Yes, I do. Shit.
I need to go buy some tickets.
Yeah, I'm definitely
But see,
gonna
here's the problem with me. Like, you're supposed to pay in cash.
It's like $2.
I never have cash.
Man, when you go use your
I found $1, and I was so
at
shocked.
the 7-Eleven, get something and get cash back for $5.
I don't do no cash back.
Just you get $5 and do two random tickets. That's $4. You get $1 back. You have $1.
Well, I found $1.
So y'all are crazy. So let's give a big shout. We got we're getting a lot of love off of our followers off of TikTok. Even through the mess ups, we had like 35 people watching while we fucked up on the air at the beginning of the show. You know, and some real people, but they came back. We definitely like that because we're expanding as a community. I guess I need to change this board because we're not only on TikTok, we're also on LinkedIn. We're also IG. You know, we're not just on like regular Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on all that. So we need to salute that. CP3.
Yes, sir.
You got any sports? Because I got a question. I'm just aching to ask your ass.
We got some interesting sports going on, especially with the Nationals.
Yes.
Who unfortunately, you know, are one of the worst teams in the major leagues right now.
Damn.
And,
Tell us how you really feel,
We went
nigga.
from like the best to the worst. I'm so lost.
Well, that's really what I want to talk about. A lot of fans are really upset about, you know, the situation with the Nats, also with the Juan Soto contract situation.
Yeah.
He turned down a 15-year, $440 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
His agent is making a big deal of the Nationals not chartering him a plane to the All-Star game,
Yes.
where he won the home run derby, which was
Yes.
very impressive. He got in the last year, came up a little short, but this year he showed off and showed out. And check out my YouTube channel. I got the video of all his home runs on there. Carol Porter III, you know, he hit it up. Hashtag #SportsWithTHP, you'll see it up there. And yeah, it's becoming, and it's also with the ownership, the learners. They're probably trying to sell. There's a Michael Kim, who's a billionaire, who's the number one person in the running to buy the team, and he's already made a statement that if he gets ownership, that he's willing to give Juan Soto a contract starting with the number 5.
Yeah.
So,
which is significantly larger.
I mean, the issue that I've heard with Soto is the yearly salary. The way the Nats are trying to structure it, they're trying to backload the deal like they did with Max Scherzer's contract, and averaging about he's making 17 million this year. Under the contract, he'll be averaging around 14 to 15 million over 15 years. But it's going to be heavily backloaded on the end. A lot of players don't mind doing that. Some players do mind doing that.
Right.
So it's a complicated situation, especially with possible ownership, change, especially after. Excuse me. Look at the revenue situation with with the TV contract deal that they're still getting screwed out of because of that big head Baltimore Angelos, which is surprising because the Orioles are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. So
Right.
it's just crazy how everything works out. But honestly, I'm not really worried because the Nationals have another 2 years of arbitration before anything can go anywhere. So, I mean, he didn't say he didn't want to sign here. He just didn't like the contract. Unfortunately, one of the owners leaked the information, and unfortunately, it got out. Juan Soto, he came out and said that he didn't really appreciate that. So things getting a little sticky right now with the.
Is he worth keeping?
Yes, he is something that.
Say it all
Because you
again in
also have,
unison, damn it.
you have to look at the big picture. He's definitely something you can build around. He's only 24 years old, and he's already been running for the NL MVP. He's already won the home run derby. He's won the championship already. He's one of the best hitters in the league. He walks more than he strikes out, which is a very rare trait for a young player to have that discipline at the plate and a no strike zone like that. And he has such an upside that you can build your franchise around him. And being on top of the fact that the Nationals had lost some key pieces, Rendon, they had to trade away Max and Trey, and they lost Bryce. I love drafting a player and seeing him flourish and stay with the organization. So I'm not mad that Bryce is gone because after he's gone, we got the championship after him. So it is what it is. But a talent like Juan Soto, this organization couldn't take losing another talent like that in a 3-year stretch after winning the World Series.
Right.
So like I said, he still have 2 years until he's officially a free agent where he can walk without us getting anything, which is the worst thing you want to do. And then you also have to throw in the Strasburg situation. A lot of fans are still upset about that. Them giving him the contract after that outstanding postseason performance that he had. But a lot of fans don't recall they have a clause in there that if he retires or isn't healthy, some of that money, a lot of that money is going to get freed up. So they're not in a bad situation if he doesn't get round back in the form that they're on the hook for a lot of money. They have a clause in the contract to take care of that. So I don't know if a lot of folks remember that. Also, let's see, training camp for the Washington Commanders is coming up. I believe 2 days.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 more days. I'm in the midst of trying to work on some things. So I want to get down to the training camp, but like I said, things are crazy right now. But definitely tune in. I'll be bringing our training camp weekly breakdown. Start back up on Sports with HP. For those we haven't been on for about almost a month now. Robbie's on vacation. It's only baseball season right now, and that's been playing kind of, not real good. So I really haven't had the time or the, stomach to go through some of these weeks that they've had. They're currently trying to avoid getting swept today. I didn't even check the score. I'm afraid to. I know they were down like 2-0 last time I checked.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, but it's just bad. They haven't really scored many runs. They're going against Arizona, who's an improving team, and yeah, it's just not looking good. Hopefully they can get something together. They got some prospects they're probably going to bring up in the second half of the season. Still got the trade deadline going up. They're going to Josh Bell, possibly going somewhere. Hopefully not, because he's one of the players that's hot right now for the team that's doing something offensively. But yeah, football season is right around the corner. You got training camp starting. The next thing the preseason will be here in August. We're already getting them hot days. And just stay tuned. It's going to be very interesting with the team picking up Carson Wentz and some of the draft moves they made with the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball. They're going to be going to more of a 2 linebacker set defense. And ironically, Nets are down 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th, going to the 7th. It's got a big this time. But it's going to be interesting offseason. I always have an optimistic outlook. A lot of fans are, down on the team. They spent as much money as they did on Wentz. But I keep on saying, it's Ron Rivera's 3rd year. He's won 14 games in 2 years in the division title. We've never been able to say that in a long time about a team 2 years back-to-back in this Washington area. Granted, they won the division with a losing record, but they won the division.
Right.
It's a title. Shit.
We the best of the worst.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, we was the best team in our division. That's something to say, you know. So things I think are definitely, if things go according to plan, I think this team will definitely shock some people this year, especially with the third place schedule. Last year, that first place schedule was brutal, and we all know, even though some of the fans were unrealistic as hell, when you win a division, go up against the first place teams all next year. And we know this team was not a first place team. So even though they went up against some of the top competition, they still won 7 out of 17 games. They won a impressive 4-game winning streak against 4 quality opponents. So we saw what this team can do when the offense and the defense work together. Scott Turner has a good play calling the game plan. He mixes up the run with the pass. But I'm going to break all of that down and we can break down heading into training camp. And we're going to watch closely and see how this team does and see what they're going to do in the 2022-2023 season. I'm sorry I didn't give the Mystics any due. They've been playing pretty well. I haven't had a chance to check out their schedule. And I know they've been improving. I'll break some of that down the next show that I do. Might do one tomorrow, but maybe looking like next Monday. But stay tuned. You never know. I'll put out a post if I do the show tomorrow.
All right, cool.
We need to go to some games.
That's one of the things I'm working on in
Well,
my life.
I
have credentials. We have credentials for the Mystics, and I have press credentials for them. And unfortunately, the last 2.5 years, I haven't been able to get down there.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I have a lot of things going on in my personal life, and once I get them wrinkled out, you will be seeing a lot more sports on THB. Because, like I say, your boy behind the scenes doing some things. I'm taking some long shots and seeing what can happen. So, stay tuned, man. You never know where your boy might pop up at.
Will you be stripping anytime soon for some change?
Things keep looking like this for another week. I might be, man.
Why don't you do
the OnlyFans, man.
I about to say, why don't you do a CP3 OnlyFans?
Yeah, I might got to start doing
I don't want no parts.
Just share it, bro. That's all I
didn't know. I didn't know no parts of this
mess.
mess.
He got 20 G's for his first check. Like 20 G's to change my life right
now. What's been going on with you, Lady Antoinette?
Man, first of all, trying to survive in this heat stroke weather.
Yeah.
That's the first problem. Y'all know I'm still on what? I bought wine because I'm telling you like this. I ran about the house. First of all, okay, so my daughter's home. My college student is home. She's visiting, and my whole life has been taken over. I'm so serious. Y'all laughing. First we celebrated my mom's birthday, and then it's just my whole life has been taken over. Like
you sound a little upset.
And then, like, my three of my nieces, like, are keep trying to plot and plan. They're not even my kids, but they're plotting and planning and trying to use me.
Auntie love.
Because I'm just I'm all over the place. Let me tell you something. I was walking out the house. I was about to walk out the house. I was like, oh, let me grab something. And I just grabbed the first thing I got to. Because, you know, I always have wine. I'm disappointed
one day
that you need liquor.
You ain't got it. I was waiting for something big to come out that bag when you walked in. I'm just sitting there in a bottle of wine.
And I didn't even bring more than one. I should have, but at least bought two.
What you got in the cabinet over there, bro?
But at least I bought some.
It's been a rough year.
So it's at least 13.5%.
Red.
Yeah, it's red. Red is. You're not gonna get white wine with that percentage. Not for real.
Yeah, I got
but I have been trying to maintain. My mind is still not here in the States.
You still overseas.
I'm still gone.
Well, you need to come back.
No, I'm serious. I think I'm going to be gone for a little while.
The funny thing is, I've been seeing a lot of folks posting the day over where you was at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 3 or 4
that bothers me, though. I don't
So let's do it.
That's on my list of places to move to.
Too late now.
So let's do a quick shout out to JayZ Gems. She will hook you up for fashion sense because I have no sense.
have no sense.
Yeah, but she does the thrifting.
Are you talking
and she
about no sense or no sense of fashion?
a little bit of both. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. We just never know. I can be real compassionate one minute and an asshole the next. So, nah, but she does the thrifting and stuff like that, and good deals and stuff I ain't got the patience to do.
In this economy,
Yeah,
people need to learn how to do.
but she done fashion shows and.
Why you exhaling like this?
So
you should be thrifting too.
But she can show you how to look how to thrift and look good on the budget. Like you give her, she can go shopping for you because you ain't got no fashion sense. CP3.
But see, here's the thing.
Especially if you need for an interview, holler at her. She could get you dressed up.
And see, for me, I look at it like this: people who thrift and like you said, most people don't have time. Thrift and couponing, those two things, I give y'all big props.
So the funny thing is,
I can't do it.
The funny thing is when you don't know fashion or how to dress, it's a difference. Like yesterday, I went to a Renegade's job, and I saw Renegade looking very nice and professional. Of course, his father, hey, this is where we get our suits. I've had to wear suits at work before, so he knows how to look professional. One of the dudes that was working there, that he knows came by and said hi to me. Not so much professional. I mean, his jacket was like a little bit big as a motherfucker.
Oh.
And that's not the look you want to have in that particular hotel. You want to look professional.
Right.
But no one has told him.
Well,
so
I've done career coaching, and I've had to have that conversation with people on what to wear going to an interview, and you will be surprised.
Yeah, 20 years of management did retail. I had a nigga show up in some jeans and a white beater one day. Shortest interview, and he was late.
I will never forget when I was.
Like weed, then you can check all the boxes.
He smelled like weed.
No, you check all the boxes.
No,
and you know how long the interview took?
But that's my thing. Like, why do you do that? Like, I remember this chick came to I was interviewing her for a receptionist position for a nursing home, right? So think about the floors of a hospital and nursing home and things like that, right? Well, she came in with these stripper shoes. Like stilettos, like really high.
Yo, CP3 would have
almost fell.
CP3 would have hired her.
Maybe she was getting on work to try to change her life and shit.
Let me tell you something. She came really, really early, right? And when she came, I was like, well, I have other interviews. I can't see you right now. But when she slipped and fell, I said, you should change those.
I saw something.
You can work the night shift, man.
I saw something. I think either yesterday or today that reminded me of strip. He was like, it was a dude talking to his wife, and he was like, my wife got mad at me because I went to a function to support single mothers.
Oh, of course.
And she was like, no, you didn't. You strip club. And that's just like something CP3. That seems like something CP3 would say.
It's a fundraiser.
I think it was a fundraiser.
That's a good one.
So last week we was off the air because I videotaped 2 shows. Shout out to DMG. We're gonna have the winner of the show from the DMV that we did at Martini's here next week.
Okay.
And I'm about to tell you about him. But first, I got we was in Richmond. I met some cool people in Richmond. The venue that we were at in Richmond was like that.
Okay.
It's was it for your cyber cafe or something like that. It's on my IG. But had little plaques of artists, not rap art, but just different artists. Everybody from rappers to singers had books. Had a beautiful stage in the middle of it. It had some street art in the back. Like this, if you go to the Shots by Rocky 151 page, you can see most of the stuff. And then you can probably see some on the at the bar page as well. But let me tell you about the young man that and DMV artists. Now I'm about to piss y'all off. So buckle up for this conversation. So the reason why the young man won, because other DMV artists aren't prepared. One, he came in. I thought he worked it, to be honest with you. And everybody was doing shit to sound the same. He did his track, and I'm gonna play his video today. But he did his track, and can't play the footage because footage don't belong to me because they paid for it. But the energy he's the first person that took the room. You take the room, anybody else who takes it after you, it's a hard act to follow, even if they're better than you because you're the first to take the room. So he took the room, man, he got up on, fuck the stage, he got up on a chair and was going off, like, and he's still some things he has to go and work on, but he took it from the first song. Um, Very impressive. And then we had people there like Eddie Kane, who's been in the DMV for years, who has the alley oop app and stuff like that. He's telling y'all the network. My man, Well Connected Kev is there. He's working with a Gene Chaser artist. He's telling y'all the network. These niggas is on the wall. These niggas on the wall. You got people telling you to do these things, but the guy that won, he had a QR code in his phone. So not only did he work the room, his network became his network. So they start growing because he's like, oh, and I'm watching him. Oh, you want my music? Scan my phone. Scan my phone. Scan my phone. Scan. And I'm watching him work the room and do this. While other dudes expect people to come to them. It doesn't work that way.
You laughing, but it's real.
But it's real. I tell you like this. I don't chase liquor. I don't chase broads. I don't even chase drinks. The only thing I really chase is my money. Outside of that, like, I'm not going to chase you to be like, one of the things when I was taking pictures, he walked up. Oh, can I get a picture? Sure. Took a picture. I was like, oh, you want the picture? Follow at the bar and I'll send it to you. He followed at the bar. So if you see me videotaping, you see me taking pictures. And mind you, we sat there a while before the show started. These niggas is in, and I call you niggas because you act like niggas, is on the wall. Like you would think it was the Michael Jackson album. Like they on the wall for real. Not talking to each other. Damn, you came in with 6 people. You don't this like 20 other people you don't know.
That's my favorite album. But go ahead.
Great album.
Yeah.
Bad for do business if you're an artist. And
it is, but that's what happens. These DMV artists tend to be cocky. I see it all the time.
It's not even
but also it's not just the DMV artists because we went to Richmond. These little niggas was cocky too. And think about it is great venue. Artists was kind of cocky. A lot of y'all niggas ain't even sell tickets. Y'all luck y'all was more doing the video than at the door because a lot of y'all niggas didn't even perform. Because a young lady that came great. She has a great story, but was kind of arrogant. She's in a wheelchair. Her name is Mia Money. She's in a wheelchair. And I was like, hey, well, do you have your tickets? No, I don't have a ticket. They was mailed to me late. Okay. Do you have your money for the tickets? Well, he just told me just to bring fans. And then this. Okay. So I told my man, he said, no, she all right, this. How many fans you thought she bring?
3.
Lower.
What? 2?
Lower.
What?
Lower.
Wait, she ain't bring nobody. So if they told you to just bring your fans, then what?
Keith Sweat, nobody.
You know what?
Yes.
Well, Keith Sweat sold songs. I mean,
but the
many
thing
records.
was, it's no problem giving people breaks, but when you get arrogant about it, you know, and even though, you know, my man George, very, very likable dude, total opposite of me, because I'm gonna tell you, after I tell you this story, this is one of the reasons they put me at the door. But he was at the door, so he told me to let it go. Something. And there was another dude. He came in. I said, okay. Did you sell your tickets? He said, well, I sold 50. I sent the guy $50. I said, okay, well, you know, but it's $100. We gave you
He gave discount too.
So you know you have to pay the other 50. So then I went to check because you telling me you paid the nigga 50. He did pay, but it's listed that you still owe. So I said, yo, George, did he pay you 50? What? Huh? Calm down, Slim. First of all, you're 110 pounds wet. Stop playing. Like if I wanted to football punch you back across the street, I could. Stop playing. And I'm like, yo, dude, calm down. I ain't said nothing. You said you paid him 50. Correct. And I said, I have to verify that you gave. Nigga, do you think? Yes. So then when he said yes, I was like, you still owe 50. Oh, that ain't no problem. If it's no problem, why the fuck didn't you pay it? But then he paid. And this is the most stupidest thing. And he performed.
People still trying to get over.
Well, this is one of the most stupidest things too. So one, when he talked to my man, he was like, yo, you think I can bring my gun in here?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you think I can bring my gun in here?
It's how old is it?
It gets worse.
Cause don't that sound
So let me tell you his audience.
like somebody?
It sounds like he might be CP3's kid.
I don't.
So let me tell you.
You weren't around.
He ain't had cornrows though.
That energy.
He ain't had cornrows.
Because he was raised by his mom.
When me and GOP went to West Virginia to judge the contest,
You know what?
I
We never talk about that. We never say that. We never say that on here.
So, but let me tell you his audience who he brought with him.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to bring his gun in. He brought his mama.
Oh.
Baba busted caps.
No, he busted caps.
And auntie.
And his auntie and his sisters. And...
Probably his sister. His girlfriend.
What you need to bring it out for?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But then,
with yourself.
And then as I'm filming, it's because you're just crazy. As I'm filming, I like to give people constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So he did his thing. He performed. He ran out of breath because they still don't know breath control. But then I told him, no, real talk. It sounds shady the way I say shit, but real talk, they don't.
Because performance, because the reason I'm laughing is I was saying they don't have the business acumen for understanding what all goes.
They're not trying to perfect their craft.
Exactly.
So yeah.
You're telling me that you have a bunch of people performing that do not know how to perform.
But not all artists were like that. I'm just talking about him.
Right, but in general,
there's a girl that shout out to her. We're gonna get her on. She's gonna either call her, maybe they even deal drive down or what's unique. Had a good vibe. They got a nice little movement. But we're gonna have her come on. I took pictures with her, but she was good networking. However,
just get a cup and crack it open.
But back to him. So when he was getting on stage, I give him that good job. Mm-hmm. However, you forgot to shout out your social media. And then he goes, man, fuck social media. I'm like this in real life. I get turned in real life.
What is it? I don't think he understood what you were trying to say. Bless his heart.
He was just mad for no reason.
Right.
Fuck social media for her.
Who was that was like, why are you gangbanging on breakfast? Who was that said that? One of the comedians was saying that.
But
it's like that's how they walk around. Like, oh, bless your heart. We're not trying to say that's how you act on social media. We need to follow you, right?
The whole purpose of when we do these venues and we do these shows is so that you can get fans.
And you can put yourself out there.
And we brought artists from DNV, this. So I can't follow him because I don't know his social media because he didn't say it. And once again, he did, even though it's Richmond, but he did the DMV thing where they did network. He stuck with his clique. He played the wall.
But you know what? One thing that bothers me, he could be in that situation where you'll have an artist that has they'll put out their social media and you go to their social media, you see no music.
You see nothing and you see private.
No, not even private. You'll see it'll be wide open, but all you see is them hanging around with their friends, flashing money and drinking and smoking. And I'm like, are you an artist? Because I can't tell.
I can't tell. Yeah. And so with that there were some good artists, but anywhere you're gonna go, you're gonna have the little knuckleheads that don't know the business.
Right.
And in the music business, it's 90% business. It's only 10% talent. Yeah. And a lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget that. Um, shout out to Shawanda Harris. She's been sharing our shit to a whole bunch of people. Shout out to Roy Booth. Shout out to New Live Radio. Um, Roy Booth, I'm an artist. Well, if you're an artist, Roy Booth, and you've been, as I see you done shared, there's an email up there. You can send us your music. We'll review it today. And if you have a video, send it to me. Put the link in there, and then hopefully on the next show we'll play it. I already have a list. Some of the artists I'll be playing today is some of the artists that that I see over the last weekend. So.
Well, CP3 is over here being extra weird.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Is it pinky out?
A connoisseur. He's being what he thinks a connoisseur is.
So CP3, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. And we're gonna find out which one is the better. Because it's about your favorite rapper. So I saw this post, and I wanted, and I was like, you know what? I wanted to send it, but then I was like, we'll just discuss it on the show. So let me get to the when you got like 8 billion social media pages, it's hard to remember where you put shit at. So here are 5 JayZ albums.
Oh, you want him to put them in order?
Yes. So we have Hard Knocks Life, we have American Gangster, we have Reasonable Doubt, we have the Black Album, and we have the Blueprint. What's your order?
I already know my order.
Let me send some iced coffee while this
Right, free iced coffee.
Lady Internet brought me iced coffee with no Kahlua.
I know, right?
You name like, yeah, I got it.
Okay, so what I heard was
Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt,
American Gangster, Black Album.
Somebody need to smack McDonald's for giving me a paper straw. But go right ahead.
You ain't lying.
wrong with paper straw.
It's a lot wrong.
Answer the question. Answer the question, Negro.
My straw should not get mushy.
I gotta break those down.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. This is something real. You're asking me because I don't normally rank out.
What do you mean? This is something real.
What it was fake? I thought we do a real show every week.
Record, man. You're actually getting me to put them in order. I've never done that before.
Record.
Are you scared,
I never rank in there because it depends on what mood I'm in and what JayZ album I feel like listening.
Let's rank these shits. Let's rank these shits, man. Come on.
My memory not good right
now. I bet it ain't.
I need you to get your life.
I bet you can rank strippers.
It ain't. Oh yeah, I can break down. I remember that from the experience. That's different.
Which JayZ album you got the best sex to?
What? That is the weirdest thing ever, but I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has though.
You never fucked to a rap album before.
You what?
Not on purpose. Look at his face. He looks so disappointed. No, not on purpose.
Anyways, answer the question.
That's your life. Not everyone else's.
Just because your girl likes you, GK.
Hey, man. Smoke something, bitch.
Just because y'all busting guns in the air in the middle of the act don't mean everybody else do it.
That turns on some women.
You look like a dude that would have sex time.
But wait, why is he defending that?
Because it actually seems
because he's not trying to answer the question because he.
No, I think I'm going to remember all the titles.
It is.
Meme or something.
It is the hard. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh yeah, that's
send it to me. So
that's why I said you should just send it to him.
Yeah, send it to me so I can look at it. I'll let you go and then let me look at the list and I can rank it. You can't just spring that on me, man.
Like I've been holding this question all week.
Exactly. You can't just spring. Like you can ask me some sports shit or some politics shit, but when it comes to JayZ, nigga,
why your voice get high?
That's real, son. I want to.
You are so dramatic. Okay.
Because I've been watching a lot of JayZ interviews lately. He was on with Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
I was watching that joint, and the dude, I just said the dude is just, I just love the way he thinks, man. I love the way he thinks. There's certain people I want to sit down and have a conversation.
Dude, JayZ, the jig out songs you can have relations to. That's one of the comments.
According to CP3, you
according
I like JayZ.
Miss Harris, According to one member of the team, this is not for me. This is not for Lady Internet.
No.
However, the dude on the other side, CP3, he claims
this guy right here.
yes.
Money, cash.
And it sounds like it's a bunch of different rap albums, is what he said.
It's when you having that night y'all go out to the club and go to the bar and y'all feeling nice. You ride home, some UGK come on and y'all start.
Nigga, answer the question. You,
I'm just saying it happens. All right, okay.
Big Pimpin' is not a love song.
Depends on who you with. Depends on who
Wait,
you with.
if you're the pimp and she's your
Exactly. Yeah. That's a love song. That's how relationship.
Now you got her thinking about this.
Why are you so ratchet?
Right, let's see. This is tough.
It take that much?
All right, number one, I'm gonna go.
Come on, Cletus.
Right.
Please,
Come
man.
on, Cletus.
All right, I gotta go number one out of these five. I gotta say the Black Album number one.
Why?
It was just the collaborations you had with Pharrell, with Timbo, with Kanye.
And did you see the way he wrote that album?
Yeah, Miss J's
song
of Lore. I've been listening to that.
Do you know what? Do you know what makes the Black Album? You know what makes the Black Album unique?
What's that?
Because he's angry.
Did you see the documentary?
The Black Album is unique because that first song, I'm supposed to be number one on everybody's list. Fuck this. What happens when I no longer exist? And you can literally hear him just drop the mic.
I took it as being angry. I just took it as being himself saying, you know what, fuck this shit.
No, he was angry.
Okay. You said him being himself. He is not always an angry person.
Yeah.
He's not always
That's
in
why I
that
said I didn't
space.
say angry.
Because you're always in that space.
No, I'm saying him as being the asshole that he is and just putting shit out there and there's nothing you can say to dispute it. He just stated fact.
No, it was the when I say anger, it's the passion that he had.
Yeah.
Like he's coming off the ether, you know.
Yeah.
People, he took the L, and but he wants to say, yo, I'm still here. And for the people that doubted me, but y'all doubted me, man, fuck this.
That's the thing that I love about Ether and Renegade that they say that Eminem bodied him. Out of all of his tracks, those are only the two people that you could name. So if two people got the best of him on the track out of all the tracks he's put down, I'd take that L. What the fuck? That just shows it's great. You know, only two people that people can hover around and say, oh yeah, they got the best of him on the JayZ track. But how many tracks did he lay down with other people?
Nigga, finish answering the question.
Right, number two.
I really thought his number one would be different than mine, but
number two, I gotta go with Hard Knock Life.
that shocked me.
Because that album, the Hard Knock Life, that kind of changed things.
But it's very commercial.
So
you say you don't like
But I'm saying he did. That's the thing why I like about it. I don't feel like he went commercial. Like he said, he brought the suburbs to the hood. He was talking about quarters and being on the
CP3, just to let you know, in the comments, Miss Harris said, I can't think of one Jigga song you can do the hokey pokey to sober.
That's why I said after a night of partying and drinking and sipping. And
I feel like you don't need to be drinking in order to.
But then sometimes you get the female and you gotta go that route. Some nights you want to hit
to get her to your level of bracket.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, they want to sometimes the slow music, and sometimes you want to just ghetto love it.
What?
I thought all you love was ghetto.
Why do you always touch the ground? That is so disturbing.
Like when you moan, when you moaning when you growl with it, that's just what you're in.
So you growl.
So
CP3 growl.
What was the second album? What was the second album? Hard Knock Life?
Yeah, Hard Knock Life.
Okay.
I'm so shocked at that.
Okay. I give you that.
I gotta go with Reasonable Doubt number 3, Blueprint number 4, and American Gangster number 5. And that's tentative number 5 because we did have some hot tracks.
American Gangster was a man. American Gangster.
That's why I don't want to put it at 5. But
American Gangster. Are you sure you want to put American Gangster at number 5?
Was, well, yeah, I guess I could put Blueprint at 5 and put
So you but damn.
I mean, because like I said, American Gangster was so crucial too. That's why those two are like. That's what I say. These 5 are tough just to say.
Okay, can I see your phone?
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all got me over here sweating and shit, man.
Mine is the Black Album, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, American Gangster, and then Hard Knock Life.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with it.
Okay, so
That's my order.
That's just wrong.
You said for me, I feel
No,
like
I'm
it
just
was
saying it's
much
just
easier
wrong to make me decide
for you
between
to
these
pick.
songs.
Like my first three were a given. You know what I mean? And then it's just for me the last two. Which one did I like better?
Tomorrow it might be different for me. I might be in a different mood than mine.
well, that's the thing. So for me, I would go with number one for me. Um, I'd probably say the Blueprint.
I'm not surprised. I know a
Um,
lot of people feel the same way.
not saying this is best because that's not my favorite JayZ album. Actually, Volume Two is.
But I thought you said that this is what you feel.
Yeah, but the Blueprint is like introduced me to Kanye. The Takeover was on it. It was. It was.
So you feel that was the most influential.
It was. It showed me because we were going. I was going back and forth. I'm a Queens nigga. Everybody was like, "Oh, no, get nobody be JayZ." I was like, "Nah, it's good." And then he heard the Takeover, and I was like, "Oh, this shit is hot." And then he's dissing niggas, and I was messy.
Early days, I said the same thing. I was like, "Nah, it's not. It's not JayZ. It's not."
My number two.
Oh, you like it? Whatever. You was over here inhaling it.
I was trying to see what the feel was.
Hard Knock Life. Hard Knock Life is number two.
Okay.
There's some bangers on that joint.
It is.
Oh yeah.
But for me, it was just I'm not that.
When they flipped the Annie sample and no one had did that at that particular time, was crazy. Cause
that's
I remember
that's my daughter's favorite JayZ song.
But here's the thing: I remember hearing it before they cleaned it up on the mixtape. When it was really grimy, it was on the DJ Clue mixtape. Yeah, I'm an old nigga. I don't care.
No, I used to listen to DJ Clue, but I'm 35 on the record.
Then I'm gonna go.
I didn't say the word. I was just looking at my phone.
Then I'm gonna go with the Black Album.
Really? That far down?
Yeah.
You want some wine before me and CP?
Yeah, I'll take a cup.
Yeah, you better.
So what's that? What am I? 3? I'm at 3. I'm gonna go with Reasonable Doubt, and American Gangster is gonna be last for me. And American Gangster had Rap Republican. It had some bangers on it, and I remember playing it all the way through. It's a solid album that you could play all the way through.
Yeah.
And being in that number 5 does not make it a weak album. It's just the other albums to me had bigger moments for me when I was doing something, listening it with my cousins in the car, arguing over which is better. That's why the Blueprint is going to be number 1 for me, because the argument of Ether versus Takeover is such a classic argument. You can't go wrong. You get a JayZ fan hot when you just be like da, 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 da. Yeah. And I love Mobb Deep, and I still laugh at the line. You little fuck, I got money stacks bigger than you. That's hilarious. I love Prodigy. There, rest in peace, Prodigy. That's my dog. And I'm a Mobb Deep fan, but that's a hot line. I don't care what nobody says.
It makes you laugh.
I mean, just to tell a nigga, you little fuck, I got money stacks bigger than you. I would find a short person just to tell him that. Like, that shit is hilarious.
You hear that malicious intent right there.
Sometimes you gotta find it right there.
Believe it or not, the only song I really didn't really like, and it was a cool song. Q-Tip produced it. I think was Girls. It was okay. I heard it on the mixtape like a year before it came out, and it was like, It was okay. I gotta be in the mood to listen to it though. It's not one of those joints that I want to hear all the time.
If you want to wait to the club, it's the perfect song.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I got a question. Y'all got some honorable mentions? Well, you already said your honorable mention, right?
Yeah.
You said Volume 2, right?
Volume 2 is probably my favorite out of all of them, to be honest with you.
Outside of this 5. Come on, you the JayZ.
Nigga, you are so fucking dramatic.
Okay.
Y'all get me on the record.
Mine is an unlikely favorite, and I feel like the reason for
Don't say Blueprint Volume 2.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, no. Mine is an unlikely favorite because I think it was what I was going through at that time in my life, and when it came out, and how I connected with the songs when it was Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come was to me was JayZ's worst album.
I know. That's what I said. It's an unlikely thing.
However, on Kingdom Come, he violated.
He
did not. He did not no fucking classics.
He had some good songs.
He had some good songs. See, here's the difference, CP3. He had good songs on it. He ain't no fucking classics on that album. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. He buried the shit out of Cameron. Dig a hole.
Kingdom Come, when it came out, and what I was going through in my life, listening to that album, I was like, it resonates to me.
You know what the problem with Kingdom Come was though?
What?
It's the album before it was the Black Album.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you, like how can you live up to at that time was one of JayZ's greatest albums?
And it's funny you said that because the Black Album is my favorite album.
Do you want to ride like Kingdom Come?
I mean, it's the Black Album. Like 30 is the new 20. Think about the fact that people are still talking about that type of stuff. They're still using that phrase in some variation to this day.
And someone agreed with me that the song "Girls" was too long.
Oh my God.
You can't fit that 3-minute track. You the stewardess, man, the stewardess chick, man, the ratchet chick. He had to break it all down to different levels, man. You can't do that.
That's why you have flashbacks when you hear Sunshine Anderson. I heard it before because you was doing ratchet ass shit.
He feels away about this stuff.
JayZ like a prophet to me, man. MJD and JayZ changed my life, man.
Nigga, there's not a religion. Jigga is not a religion. Jigga is just it's this nigga with a J.
Pimping and making money, man. That's what it's all about.
Oh Lord.
I'm trying to get them
dollars. But no, it's like real talk. For me, I feel like outside of that 5, the Black Album I said already, that's my favorite. But Kingdom Come is my,
Well, outside of that 5, I gotta go with Volume 1, my honorable mention. That joint is ridiculous.
All right, so I got some more. Because I guess that he was running late because he ran into VA traffic. So Soulja Boy and CP3 favorite internet troll Charleston White got into a beef.
Oh, that's what I do. I saw it. I was
Soulja Boy will get into a beef. I mean, that is.
So Soulja Boy ran up on him and he sprayed him with mace.
Wait.
Yesterday.
I saw that the other day. I do the name sound familiar.
Charleston White sprayed Soulja Boy with mace.
Get back, nigga, get back.
All right, real talk.
I don't need a cup for this.
But I feel like that was like his version of rape. Like, like.
So they went back.
What made you spray mace on this man?
Well, they went back and forth on social media.
No, that's not your cup. That's his cup.
I got the bottle. It's only this much left.
Look. Oh. Did you just say you trying to get drunk? That is not what you say when you're drinking wine.
Yeah, that's not. But he sprayed him with mace. Soulja Boy ran up on him. And then they both went back and forth on social media again. Now.
Is anyone claiming to be hard in this process?
I mean, both of them fake like they are.
Because someone ran up on someone and then
because Charleston White was he said something to a rapper and the rapper was like, I'm gonna come see him, and that nigga was like, well, I'm gonna call the cops, and he called the nigga to put PO officer.
Oh, so you didn't just call the cops?
He called the nigga PO. He's like, he's a gangbanger. He's a former convict too. So. Obviously don't do a crime with this nigga because he's going to tell.
Yeah.
But he if you want to on somebody, they can do what they got to defend yourself. However,
but spray and mace.
I'm gonna say it like this. This opens up a door to something that's gonna be big, because what happens when you spray the mace and there's another nigga that's standing back,
right?
And he got something a lot stronger than mace.
And my question is, who was with Soulja Boy that's how
they all got sprayed?
I have never heard a bunch of
now Charleston, whatever White has said, it was like, oh, there was like 12 of them and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'll tell you like this. I remember when a cop sprayed my cousin with mace, and as I was washing, I was helping him wash his eyes out. The shit got in on my hands, and it got into my eyes, and my shit started burning.
Yeah.
And then, and my cousin was at the time, he was 17, and he was 16. He was a big motherfucker though, and I was 18 or 19 or something like that. And so as my eyes burned and this, and the cop came in the bathroom and was like, "Oh, you need that?" I was like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here!" I cussed that cop out. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Why would they come in there?
He's like, "I just want to make sure he's out." I said, "You shouldn't have fucking sprayed him."
The third time, I think it kind of mean.
You know what? First of all, get your whole life together.
So I've been in situations,
but that's another point too. So what happens when you do that and the guy is not phased? Because army people go through that. That's part of the training.
That's what I'm about to say. Not just army. You have a lot. Like if you're in law enforcement, you have to go through that. You have to, you have to get that experience. And that's law enforcement. And then depending on what you're doing in the military, and then some armed security companies choose to do some choose to have their the security guards go do that as well. So that is something that
he emptied the can.
People can eat that. They can still function.
Yeah, he emptied the can of mace on him.
That shit to do stuff.
The thing about it is though, and then once again, people like attention, so they're both bragging back and forth. Soldier was like, "Yeah, he sprayed us," but
spraying mace.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what we're doing.
I mean, he might be a mailman. I don't know what the fuck he does to get money outside of being on YouTube.
But what I'm saying is that it's not
sad.
something to brag
about. No, not really.
Is what we're doing.
Shout out to Assad from Eric Kuza. He's watching. What's going on, Assad?
I mean, like I said, I've been in situations where mace pepper spray me. You've been in a security situation. I've never been in a fight where somebody pulled it out.
Right.
So, we're about to play some music in some available app, but we gotta get to this. We gotta get to this dumb shit real quick. Somebody needs to slap T-Pain. He said that Tupac would have got fucked up lyrically with today's rappers.
What? No, T-Pain couldn't have said that because he complains about today's rappers. So did we see a video of him?
Double XL. T-Pain says Tupac would have got ate the fuck up lyrically by rappers today if he was alive.
Okay, here's my problem. I literally heard T-Pain talking about how today's rappers don't talk about anything. They don't talk about a thing. He says that, and that everyone sounds the same.
So here's the
point. With that said, if T-Pain said that, you're contradicting yourself.
Here's the point. I've never bought a T-Pain album. However,
that's true. I like T-Pain, and but
what I'm gonna say is this: they call T-Pain a rapper. I've only heard him sing.
He's a producer.
I've only heard him sing, like "Buy Me a Drink." He was doing hooks. He made good club bangers. I don't know no nigga alive to be like, "Yo, you got that new T-Pain?"
So here's my thing.
I'm just saying.
When T-Pain, his first song that I remember may have been his first single was "I'm Sprung."
Was I fell in love with a stripper?
No, "I'm Sprung."
I don't remember that shit.
"I'm Sprung." He was singing.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful summer song, but we did not know T-Pain's actual voice until way after. I didn't know his voice until he was on Tiny Desk. He was on the NPR Tiny Desk series. And then he went on to The Masked Singer, and we heard his voice.
Yeah.
With that said, you are going about things not in a natural state. You're not using your own natural talent. You're using something that you're able to do in the studio. T-Pain is a great producer.
Yes.
Amazing producer. He can. If he jumps on your song, it might be a banger. But you're right. We don't really check for his albums.
They remind me of Mr. Sound horrible on his own shit, but on somebody else's track here, rip the fuck out that.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Because the mystical is like a little John. He's like, it's a bunch of hollering. You know what I mean?
But he was still spending some shit. He might be harder when he did it, but somehow his shit was sucked.
But T-Pain, well, like I said, T-Pain's first single was all by himself, and it was a hit. That's why we know T-Pain.
Yeah. Let's get through this. We're not going to spend too much time on T-Stains.
And
Pain.
I can only remember mystical.
So let me do some wrestling news, of course. Vince McMahon, during the sexual allegations, has decided to retire to save his company because he's Forbes has found out over the past 12 years he has given out $12 million to keep sexual allegations quiet. John Laurinaitis, who is the brother of the late wrestler Animal from the Road Warriors, has been put on permanent suspension because apparently what started the thing was it was a young lady who Vince McMahon passed to him. She was a paralegal. She was making $100,000 a year. The next year she was making $300,000. And then when they broke up their relationship and he passed her around, she received a payout of $3 million. This may be the greatest era for the WWE because a lot of things that was wrong with the WWE was Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Granted, he's been running it all my entire life.
Forever.
However, he's very disillusional with the content. I'm
gonna be honest.
What the fuck?
We not going to.
I'm just gonna sip this wine out the bottle.
What I will say though is that Vince McMahon shows us what what generations have been dealing with when we have certain, not all, certain white men in power.
Yes.
When they have money, they, we've seen it. You see situations, and you'll see this with a lot of owners of large organizations. Right. And you'll see them treating people it's horrible. You're passing around someone.
Yes, that was crazy.
But you got to think about it. They're not in touch with reality.
Correct.
So they have no moral compass whatsoever.
Correct.
So, and most of them have come from previous slave owners, most likely, so they're used to folks around. It's nothing.
And buying and selling people.
Yeah, so it's your mentality and your environment that you've grown up to, and they've been indoctrinated into that from birth.
And
so they're automatically going to be assholes to the common person because they don't know what a common person is. So, I mean, I understand the frustration and the irritation and the outrage, but you got to take into context, their upbringing. Like I said, I learned to accept that because if you keep on getting upset at people having a false sense of reality or a different perspective than yours because they're rich or they're whatever, they're white, they're privileged, whatever, you're going to be angry for a lot of the time because when you're dealing with folks in that class, in that indoctrination of privilege that they've experienced from birth, that they have a nanny wiping their ass with the cloth diaper and yada yada yada.
What's CP3 at? Well, before we go to this music break, from one extreme to a super extreme, Elon Musk's father.
Trifling.
What happened?
I sent this.
Elon Musk reportedly has confirmed that his stepdaughter gave birth to their second child.
So Elon Musk's father got married to this lady who had a 4-year-old child. Okay. They were married. He raised her. Okay. As she became an adult, he impregnated her. They had one kid. Right. Then they had a second kid. They just had their second kid. Here's the problem. It was listed as him accidentally impregnating. And apparently, I will say this, apparently Elon speaks out against what's going on with his father and his stepsister.
His Elon Musk's father is 76. His stepsister is
young.
35.
She's my age. But that's nasty. I wish someone in my family is in that situation.
I mean, she's 35, so I mean,
that's still nasty. He raised her.
But
That's when she was 4.
But CBT, this is the same thing we were talking about earlier about the morals of people.
Yeah.
So we were talking about earlier about this culture. This culture has a different set of morals, and when you have money, you have a different set of morals.
Correct.
When they say absolute power corrupts absolutely, no doubt, because you think this is acceptable. I'd be freaked the fuck out. How you had a baby with my stepsister, so now my stepsister has my brother. What the fuck? Am I an uncle or like it's crazy, but
I can't take it. I'm not buying Twitter. Fuck this shit.
but it's just crazy, but once again, these are old white men in power, and they're used to doing and saying what they want and getting away with it. It's just a sad case.
Right.
I mean, it's like I've said before. Anything that surprises most folks, it does. It doesn't. Because honestly, this shit has happened before.
Oh, no doubt.
And it's just now that
it's just with social media, it just comes to light.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, after learning about this country and this life and the world, honestly, nothing really surprises me or shocks me anymore when you have these crazy stories, and it's just like, okay.
So
but let's be real. In today's standard, that's nasty. Way back in the day, it was common. If in fact, a man, let's say a man is married and he dies, his wife can possibly go to his brother.
So we'll talk, and then I'm gonna go to music. Forgot that the first young I went to the prom with, she was Iranian, and her mom had passed, and she was being raised by her aunt, and her father, because in their culture, was supposed to marry her aunt.
Yep.
Her aunt was like, no.
Right.
And but that was part of their culture.
Yep.
Because the aunt was, since she wasn't married to nobody.
Yep. That's what
she was supposed to marry the father and then raise their kids.
Yep. And possibly have one.
Yes. And on that note, we're about to play some music. Real quick, so
Did you just say that's ratchet?
I'm not gonna pay attention to his shit.
Hey, can you say it again?
So the first artist I'm gonna play is West Unique. She's out of Richmond. Dope artist. Then I'm gonna play Charles Anthony. I interviewed him. I think that was the show I did alone. But he's from the DMV. And then I'm gonna play A Marco. That joint's called She's a Baddie. That's the young man that won. I'll play the young lady from Richmond, Mia Money joint. And then we're gonna play a guest who we've interviewed who just dropped a new video. Cause that's one thing we do is actually support artists. We're gonna play A&T. He dropped a new video. I saw it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and you see, that's the thing about At the Bar. You ain't gotta access. We actually follow your shit. Right. So we'll, I actually gave him a like.
Which is why you should have your things on your social media. Artists.
You sound.
I ain't got it by now.
I mean,
you sound so disgusted.
They say it all the time and they still don't do it.
But I see it all the time. I'm like, why are you an artist and you giving me your information and you have no music on your page?
So, and plus our guest is here. So let me mute these mics. Let's play this music. I'll stay tuned. You just yell with these and it's on this.
Trust me, and that's all I ever want. see me as I am.
Come on.
Baby, you love me, and you make it all okay. So one understanding to who I am. Everyone I met before just wasn't you, and I can't explain the feelings that I have for you. Got my back and yeah, you know I got yours too. I can't help but want some more. You're the person I adore. Baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay. 'Cause baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay, babe.
Good for me. You make it all okay. I got your back like a chiropractor, no acting. You keep me grounded, mind blowing, my mind going. I peep your talent, you are one of a kind. You are lover of mine, you're so divine. Baby, bless me with a trip through your mind. I just need your T-I-M-E, just you and M-E. Together we the bird and the bee. Together we a garden, I'm your Adam to Eve. It's like a fairy tale. Baby, you the beauty, I'm beast. Weak in the knees like SWV. You water to me, I need you daily. 'Cause without you, babe, I barely can breathe. I'm just better with you. You came and saved my life. I'm in heaven with you.
Everyone I met before just wasn't you, and I can't explain the feelings that I have for you. Got my back and yeah, you know I got yours too. I can't help but want some more. You're the person I adore. Baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay. 'Cause baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay, babe.
Baby, you're so good for me. I'm good for you. We good as we, a pet as two. I'ma share my truth. You, my love that's fruitful. Usually got my heart, but for you I stop. Changed my ways, I had to pave it. Bad habits, stay fade. I got your back for days. My shining light array. I open up, no gates. You make me whole, no tape. Even with my past, still show me that you love me. Scarred from the fall, you had my back through it all. While I'm healing from dealings, you on my back, say you get it. I know it's real, how we feel it. I feel your love, ain't no gimmicks. Baby, you so good for me. Baby, you so good for me. Baby, you so good for me.
Everyone I met before just wasn't you, and I can't explain the feelings that I have for you. Got my back and yeah, you know I got yours too. I can't help but want some more. You're the person I adore. Baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay. 'Cause baby, you're good for me, good for me, good for me. You're good for me. You make it all okay. You make it all okay, babe. You make it all okay. You make it all okay, babe.
They want me to be who I'm not, telling me if I just follow that I could be hot. Your attitude shitty, sip you some Henny, can pop you a perky, come and get litty. Get on the drip, toss you a band, put an extension and beam on the pistol. Your bitch got her ass, go make it bigger. You may as well go and run up on a figure. I got a suggestion, stay on my business. I make you wish that I didn't react. They told me my day was approaching, they couldn't have been so believable. Stay in the facts, off with your head, bring your memory back. The outer limits where I'm mentally at, in a pile of bitches on an island chilling, the Bahamas. Living in my energy back. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better. Maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's Told my mama I'ma flood the streets and I was only working with a little bubble. Tell a nigga talking cheap, can't be broken hating, homie, gon' pick a struggle. Main girl ain't the same girl as the last girl, wanna meet each other. Said I'ma need to pick shit, I did, told him I'ma need a double. I just wanna make the team proud, point blank making bank shots. On fire, boom, shakalaka, envy a jam from the same spot. Who do they want me to be? They rather see my defeat. But until the sun shines on a dog's ass, he'll get put to sleep. This is a carbon assault. Stick up, terrorist establishment policy up. DC, my city, Pallon Street up. Jack in the pot, got lottery luck. Killing the scene, it gotta be us. Vivian James with the quality touch. I'm done with the modesty, back being arrogant. Feeling the hate, give my body a rush. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. I'm in OT tryna get it crackin', I'm feeling better today. Nigga, this skill got me this ill, but I'm ducking COVID today. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. God body, I'm in God mode, and I'm running through heaven today. But you gon' have hell to pay. Maybe it's better. Punchline after punchline, give them one time for the one time. Main lady, where bond going? When I ass shake, I hear a drum line. And the cookie got a snatch to it. When I go to eat it, I get tongue tied. She saying, before you bangin', let me put the polish on and make the gun shine. Booking shit solo, I'm mostly alone on the phonies. And here we could part ways. I've been impatiently patient, I'm asking the waitress how long for the entree. No need for rehearsing, I play my position. All action, unscripted, my life is a movie. Die hard with a vengeance, or is it Pineapple Express? Cause bitch, I get lifted. I listen to Victory Lap like an audio book. You play with my paper, you oughta be shook. Been sick and I'm tired of you wanna be crook. Still fire that dope in the pharmacy book. All of my split personalities, only one matters. So fuck if you hate it, you smile in my face while you talking shit about me. So fuck if you fall on your faces. Cause I'ma be me, all the way out, love it or leave it. It's better this way, we had a good run, been a pleasure to meet you. Been a pleasure to meet you.
Everything's fine.
Sight. Fuck you.
Better.
Okay.
It's better.
Mia, Miss Money.
Thanks, filmed it.
Mia. Look.
Damn, Spancy.
Yeah, I'm finna talk some shit that they don't wanna talk about. Bitches tryna throw some rocks and think we finna talk it out. Jay owe me money when I see her finna air it out. Trappin' chasing money on a daily, that's what I'm about. Moving packs in and out the house just like I'm moving out. Richmond niggas that's gon' die about they respect gon' shoot it out. Bitches really dumb, so ain't that much to really chat about. You still a broke bitch, so I see what you is mad about. We might fuck the same nigga, but you not about what I'm about. You fucking these niggas just so you can stay up in they house. Niggas started moving weird, so I had to take a different route. And I never coming last. Bitches really fucking mad. Hate to see me shaking back. Hate to hear my voice when I'm going off up on the track. Can't listen to these bitches rap. I know they really cap. Go ahead and ask about me. I was really in the trap. Let a bitch act crazy. I won't hesitate to snap. Do a bitch dirty out here just like Biggie and Tupac. Huh? Just like Biggie and Tupac. Do a bitch dirty just like Biggie and Tupac. And my name is Mia Money, no Beyonce, but he say my name. You show me your colors, then I never looked at you the same. Going hard every day, I fuck around, don't eat all day. I promise I just made at least 3 bands today. Richmond police stalking me like, what the fuck y'all want today? You blowing up my phone like you don't know I'm on a paper chase. He wanna eat my pussy, but I cannot feed the poor. Never let a fuck nigga play me like a fucking whore. Hi, I ain't ready for this shit. Mia Money, I already know 804 shit. Krah, krah, 2 up, 2 down.
Que a Pablo Escobar
Yeah, AMC. Yeah. Tryna focus, but my mind gone. I'm tryna focus. Tryna focus, but my mind gone. Tryna focus. I'm tryna focus, but my mind gone. Got the room spinning like a cyclone. They ran at these ghosts in my iPhone. Niggas came and left, so I did it all on my own. Tryna get ahead, cause I swear my mind been gone. I've been gone with the wind, blow the smoke in the wind. All I'm tryna do is win. Yeah, did it all on my own. I'm tryna focus, but my mind been gone. Hit the pedal till I see red and blues. Never knew the path, but I knew what to do. Tryna get ahead, fuck around and let loose. Feel like I'm losing self in the mirror. Who is you? I'm tryna stay focused. Lost niggas along the way, they disappeared. Hocus pocus, my cuz killed himself. There was pain in those roses. Felt the pain from the struggle. Watch those you hold closest. Getting high, I figured out why doves cry. Tryna leave my prints on the game before I touch the sky. Yeah, to fall is suicide. Living on the edge, you gotta jump or you'll never fly. Focus, but my mind gone. Got the room spinning like a cyclone. They ran at these ghosts in my iPhone. Niggas came and left, so I did it all on my own. Tryna get ahead, cause I swear my mind been gone. I've been gone with the wind, blow the smoke in the wind. All I'm tryna do is win. Yeah, did it all on my own. I'm tryna focus, but my mind been gone.
I got my mind in the wind, I'm blowing pressure. Ain't got no time for the extra. Niggas came and go like I ain't blessed them. You know my time coming, you know just how I'm coming, nigga. I did it on my own. They say my mind gone. They say my mind gone. They say my mind. Yeah. Look at my phone, now I see it's them ghosts. I was just hopeless. Now me and my niggas be popping like toasters. Them diamonds be frozen. That's the potion. We get a double, we toaster. We on the road and we coaster. Blowing the wind, we rollin'.
I'm tryna focus, but my mind gone. Got the room spinning like a cyclone. They ran at these ghosts in my iPhone. Niggas came and left, so I did it all on my own. Tryna get ahead, cause I swear my mind been gone. I've been gone with the wind, blow the smoke in the wind. All I'm tryna do is win. Yeah, did it all on my own. I'm tryna focus, but my mind been gone. I'm tryna focus, but my mind been gone. I'm tryna focus, but my mind been gone.
I feel like my sister resents me for my happiness.
Well, you should.
Oh, come on, man. I got family, I got kids, everything's upstairs in the closet, dog. Just take it.
Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really wanna play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut him mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money make me shut them off. Keep playing with these goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Cause money, what I'm talking about. Day in my life, I take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get it erased, what you talking about? Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders, I'm whipping it up. Gordon Ramsay, I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring, I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign, so independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring, you hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring, she always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora, you can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, man. And you can never, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about.
Having a female in this video. We can see CP3 copping the feel in this video.
I didn't feel comfortable with my performance, so I had to make sure I did it correctly. When you grab someone and toss someone on the couch, you have to grab them and throw them properly.
Yeah, okay.
I want to make sure my hand placement was where it needed to be.
Sure thing, Vince McMahon.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't get nothing about it.
Yet. So we have a guest in the building. We got a guest. I met this gentleman from Assad. Assad hit me up, called me. He was like, "Yo, you gotta meet this dude. He's off the hook. He's off the hook." Wait a minute, that's not the same person. Yes, because we have the camera on him because that's the guest. Okay. But Assad said fire designers. He has pictures that sell like food. Salute to Assad. We got the At the Bar shirt on, got the Sports on the Hill shirt on, Eric Kusa clothing line. We are going to play a song that you sent, and but we got to spotlight the guest right now. So what's going on, man? Introduce yourself.
So my name is Jay.
First, I'm gonna tell you, pull the mic a little closer. We want to hear you. Oh, you got one of them. You got the little low.
Got the Barry White.
You got the Barry White low.
Come on, yeah, I got that.
Firestone.
Quiet storm. Yes, that's what it was.
My name is Jay. I'm a creative designer out of Waldorf, Maryland, and basically I design, create psychology and artwork. All of my pieces are meant to absorb all of your stress and negativity. Basically relieving that stress that life throws at you. And I've come to the realization that everybody needs a stress reliever, but everybody may not know how to get one or know where to find that stress reliever. Everybody loves art, though, so why not just incorporate art and stress relievers at the same time. So I first started with clothes, and at first I wasn't even trying to sell them. I was just doing it for me, basically just to um, get another source of energy while I was in school, because I had to quit basketball, and basketball is a sport that I love, and basically it put a hole in my heart, so I had to fill it. So I started, designing my own clothes, started wearing them out, people started seeing me, started, hyping my head up, giving me that energy I needed. So I took it a step further and did something for someone. And by me doing that piece for that person, it actually gave me that push I needed to actually get serious about this. So by my senior year, I was doing orders for people, and I was getting fame around campus, and it kind of made me feel like I could really do this because people are really messing with my stuff, and it's stuff that I genuinely love to do. So I could probably make money off of this, and I could probably blow up off of this as well. So why not? So once I graduated, came back home to Maryland. Uh, I became a teacher. I'm a long-term sub at my old high school. That was challenging, but it it taught me some things about myself and about where I'm at right now in regards to being.
Well, I got a question. Someone asked, how does it absorb stress?
So basically, let's just say you're having a bad day, having a bad day at work, having just a bad day in general, and you just are over the day. You come home and you have one of my canvases, for instance. Let's just say your favorite thing to eat is chocolate. When you're stressed out. So right here in front of me, I have a canvas that looks and smells just like chocolate. Okay.
You said looks and smells?
And smells just like chocolate. Okay. So basically, what you want to do with this canvas is you just want to look at it. Some people might see different things. Some people might just smell the chocolate. When I look at things like this, or when I look at my artwork, first I look at like the different aspects in it. Like, does it have smooth surfaces? Do some of the spots on the canvas like rise up more than others, giving it like a different surface? Um, Maybe I'm looking at how like the paint or the wax is designed, giving it like a design. So for instance, let me see. I'm not sure if I can see anything in this, but if I was to basically give this to somebody, they could probably see something in it.
Right.
Basically, it's my own version of the butterfly effect. Like, I may see something, I may not see something, but then I may give it to you, and you may see something completely different.
Right.
Cool.
If you would like to smell it,
Oh yeah, definitely. If you have one that smell like liquor, though, I'd really be interested. Oh damn, this does really smell like chocolate.
So, Basically, with these scented canvases, we now have different aspects of art. So, first we have the sense of sight, you know, how did it look? Then we have feel, how does it make you feel? Touch it, how does it feel to you? Now we have smell. How does it smell to you? Does it actually smell how it looks? Or does it smell like something totally different? But then, when you think about it, right, these could also be an air freshener. So what I have here, what I have here is a rub and sniff box. Okay. And basically that's where that chocolate bar came out of. And when I put that chocolate bar back in here and everything is in here, it is an air freshener because all the smells that are in this box come out of the box.
That's really creative.
Thank you.
How did you think of what made you design that?
Like the smell or just
the box itself? Like that's a different concept for me.
Honestly, with the box, I just wanted to have somewhere where I could store multiple pieces, but sell you one thing. So basically, with this box, I wanted to basically give it a living room feel. So like you could put this on your coffee table, and you could have multiple pieces of artwork in one box. But now, since there's a scent on it, now we have an air freshener for the room. And I've actually had customers buy my scented canvases, and they come back to the store and tell me, "Oh man, I put it in a plastic bag, and it still engulfed the room and smells." So that's a great thing about my canvases too. The smell lasts.
Lady Anthony, I think you have a question because you just look like they can't see you, but I know that look.
Well, I mean, I like it. I was a psych major, so anything that you're saying that you're incorporating psychology in the aspect of it. But I do have a question because I do see that your artwork will stimulate different senses, a sense of sight, touch because you have different textures and things like that, and then also smell. Have you sold a lot of pieces to those who have like autistic children or autistic themselves? Because that's something that would really be beneficial to you.
So that's great that you say that because I haven't sold any, but I've actually done work in front of some autistic kids and some people who actually want to learn how to do what I do so that they can,
Okay, that's good.
So, but I have been trying to work on getting not like not an event, but something where I could go and teach kids how to express themselves without saying a word.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people and a lot of youth who want to express themselves, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
So they end up choosing the wrong ways.
Yeah, like a workshop or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, my ultimate goal is to have basically a hub where you have multiple things going on, where people can basically express themselves, like I said, and basically work on their craft, work on stuff that they love to do, so that they maybe can find a career in that.
CP3.
Very deep, very deep. So, from what I've taken, you're using more of the sensory part of art to get people to open their mind and open their other senses to interpretation in order to express themselves, which I definitely applaud. Like I said, a lot of folks don't know how to express themselves and choose the wrong methods and means.
CP3.
You look surprised.
CP3 using big words today.
But my thing is, you're talking about yourself right now. I think you need to be painting. You need to go. If he does a workshop, you should be there.
I'm a colorblind nigga. What I'm gonna do?
Well, it's not just about the paint and the look. You also need to feel the texture and have the smell. That would be really
You probably paint a stripper.
On the pole.
But some good artists maybe colorblind or like Beethoven and stuff.
True. But what inspired you to, let's say, try to give people that voice? Because I've noticed the same thing, but I didn't know how to go about to try to give them that voice and give them that outlet. So what helped spark you on this path to see that this is the way for you to get these younger folks to express themselves?
Honestly, it was my move to West Virginia. So after high school, when I graduated, I left and I went to Bethany College in West Virginia, and it was a fresh start for me. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I was a follower. I was different, but I was still a follower. I still wanted to be everybody else. Still wanted to do what everybody else did. Wanted to dress like everybody. But I was better. So when I went up to school and then we would just meet, I literally just found myself, and I told myself, like, in order for you to stand out, you gotta be different. So now it's just me being the difference.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. One thing I say is, back in my day when we came up, it was applauded to think outside the box and to be different. And now it feels like this new generation just to follow mentality, want to fit into the box and be like everybody else. And it's good to see someone, saying there's nothing wrong with standing out, there's nothing wrong with being different. And once people feel more comfortable in that, I think you'll see a lot more, understanding from this younger generation instead of them lashing out, like you say, sometimes in the wrong way, violently, or not in a constructive manner. And trying to make it normal to say that, hey, everybody's different. Everyone isn't going to fit into the same box. And I don't know when we got into that mentality that everybody's supposed to think the same way and look the same way and be the same way. But it's damaging some of these kids. My nieces and nephews are prime example of social media and trying to fit in with what everybody calls is popular or what's happening. And it's a self-destructive process for some of these kids.
So I want to touch on two things. What he said about the following thing, and then we have a comment from Ms. Harris, or a question from Ms. Harris. The funny thing that he said I was a follower, and it's crazy because when you're not supposed to do something, and that's not your path, but we tend to follow people because we're sheep at times, and then it's just. But then you find your calling, and then you find what real happiness is. I was always one of those people that I like being different because when I tried to follow the crowd, I realized at a young age that shit wasn't me. So, like me and my brother, we are totally different if you see us in real life.
Right.
I was into comic books and hip hop, and he was into go-go and fashion. So I'm wearing an Aracusa shirt because it's a black owned company, but when you see him, he's going to be Gucci and Prada. But I never tried to be like him, and because I love being me. But it takes a while for people to realize that. And then the question that that they had is the do you have a patent for your stuff yet? Is it a trademark or anything?
It's getting there.
Okay, so he's working on it.
Make it fast.
Make it fast, because I like the concept and the idea, but make it fast because I think it's something you don't, when you're doing stuff, you probably don't realize how revolutionized what you're doing, and how much of a game changer it can be. Lady Antoinette, you got a question? Oh Lord, she brought out the Chinese fan.
This one has noise. You see what I'm saying? So I can't do that one.
I thought you was about to cut CP3 with it.
That is not what I took out this time.
Like it's on camera.
Well, actually, it's not.
Out, you got that good lawyer and stuff.
Yeah. Hey. First of all, let me tell you nothing. I don't want nobody coming in my way.
You got a question for him?
Yes. What do you teach? You said you're a long-term sub. Is there a specific?
I teach foundations of technology. Professional planning.
Okay, I know both of those classes.
Those are a lot of big words.
Well, foundation of technology took where we used to have tech ed. It took that. It's like the same.
It's like the
Okay.
Yeah, because we ain't just on tech ed, you know.
Well,
We're
I
adapting
appreciate
to
all.
society.
I appreciate all teachers because my sister, one of my sisters, is a teacher.
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not for me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
you're right, especially in high school. And both I have two children. They both took foundation of tech as a requirement now. And then my son, you said what was the other one?
Financial literacy.
Okay, he took that one too. My daughter
Now
did too.
that is a
It's needed.
yeah. I wish they had that when I was growing up.
Yeah, a lot of adults, when I say adults, I mean older people, say they weren't given that. Like,
you had that in school?
Oh, I had that in school, but a lot of like
Yeah,
older people.
it wasn't.
What I was taught in school.
Bring
it was
back
like
home
the teacher
economics.
went above and beyond to teach us, but that wasn't part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember in the 6th grade, my teacher taught us how to write checks, do our taxes, balance a checkbook, things like that, which are null and void when it comes to balancing the checks. But they took it upon themselves, and then I want to say in middle school when I had home ec, they talked about finances and stuff, but that was not part of the curriculum. So I do appreciate that class now because that's true. I didn't have it. Although I'm claiming 35. Okay. So just say that. Hey, I can be 35. We had this conversation. You're a hater. What question do you have?
That was an attitude in the voice. If only they could see the face.
And the fact.
Yes, if looks could kill, you'd be dead right now.
Yeah, trust me. So with your apparel line, where do you market your stuff at? Where can they get your apparel from? Are you going to like? I have a couple of people that have their own apparel lines. Also, they go like flea markets and have like pop-up shops. So where can someone find you at to get a hold of your?
So I actually sell my merchandise out of J Fire and Co. We are currently in St. Charles Mall right now, but we are actually moving in the next few days to a new location. So in that spot, Miss Jackie, she opened it up for vendors, and she blessed them and allowed them to sell their items in her space, while she has a middle section and she sells her own products.
Okay.
So, how did you meet Asad?
So actually, it's funny.
Because he called me. He was like, "Yo, I got this guy I want you to interview." This desire. If I saw, did you meet him?
Oh, it was on a Sunday. Yeah, it was on a Sunday. I had just got to work. My plans were to paint and greet customers, but mainly paint. So when he came in, another customer came in right behind him. So I saw what I was doing, and I greeted the other customer. Meanwhile, he was talking to my other coworker, and after that customer that I was talking to or helping, after she left, I just stood on the wall, just waited for Assad to leave, and then once he left, I was gonna go back to painting. I was just standing there, and I noticed that he was glancing at me, and I was like, okay, I'm just keep on standing there, because what he and my coworker was talking about, it was a pretty good conversation. So I was just listening to him, and then he just stopped talking, and he was like, "Hey man, where'd you get your jacket?" And then he asked me, "Did I actually design it?" And I said, "Yeah, I designed it." And we were just talking about my clothes, and he was saying that he would really like me to meet somebody, and I was like, "Who?" And then when you left, so that's when I was like, let me look up his Instagram. So I was looking it up, and then that's when he got on the phone with you.
Yeah.
So then that's when I was like, oh, he's really serious. So that's when he was, talking me up. Like the way he was talking about me, like it made me feel like amazing. I'm not going to the reason why this is so amazing to me is because uh, if you knew me back then, back when I was a child, I wasn't really trying to stand out. I wasn't really trying to, be the person I am today. I wanted to be in the back. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want it. I didn't like you. Okay, I still don't like you.
Join the club.
I'm sorry, but like I never know what someone's true intent,
right?
Someone's true thoughts. So yeah, it may be bad to say, but I just feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
Until I open up. Right now, I'm opened up. We're having a good conversation. We're in a safe space. So it's that. But
The funny thing is, and I'm loving what you're saying is, I remember I always I never wanted to stand out. But the thing about it is, the more that you try not to stand out, the more you stand out.
You're right. You're right.
And as a kid, I was always, I knew the answer. I never wanted to raise my hand. And surefire, that damn teacher always freaking called on me.
Because she knew you knew the answer.
Like one day I was with somebody and I was like, oh, this is the answer. And they was like, well, why don't you say anything? What was that? I try to be, you try to sit in the back. Mr. Bell, can you sit up front? Why? Because your last name starts with a B? That's racist.
Racist, really.
That's not.
Oh my God.
Changed my last name to X.
I'm glad we're not in the same class.
Oh, we got kicked out. We got kicked out.
You're right. I mean, the more because everyone's trying to stand out, but they're doing the same thing. So by you not trying to stand out, you do.
Yeah.
And what I hear is that you're a humble person.
Very humble.
So when he's speaking highly of you, you're like, wow. Because he sees you in a different light than you see yourself. Because you're humble. You're just like, this is me.
Honestly, I got in trouble about being too humble. My boss, because she actually was just like me in regards to like when people would say, "Oh, you doing this, you doing that." She was like, yeah, I got a store, yeah, that's cool. I'm selling merch,
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. But she was telling me because one day, a customer was coming in and they bought 2 canvases, and then the customer had came in and bought a jacket. I was just having a good day,
Right.
I was speaking to customers, and the customers was loving my artwork. Every single customer I talked to loved my art. Told me keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on getting. And I'm just talking to my boss after everything was all said and done. And I'm just like, it just feels, regular.
Right.
It feels like, boy, you better stop. Like I'm just like, I can't get like, extremely happy because, I'm not there yet.
Well, to you.
To you.
Yeah.
But everyone else from the outside looking in, when they're looking at you, when they see you're laid back, you're cool. But I can see her being frustrated in that sense because you're downplaying yourself. So I get
First
it.
of all,
I get both sides.
Yeah, but first of all, I'm a comic book guy, so you gotta put that Spider-Man jacket up, man. Come on, man.
So I didn't even get to the clothes. So Spider-Man is my favorite character.
Okay.
Like literally.
We approve.
He's dope, One man versus the Sinister Six. One man versus one superhero versus 6 supervillains. He's still like, come on. What other? Exactly, he's a kid.
So do you know what makes Spider-Man unique?
What?
So the Incredible Hulk is my favorite character because I have anger issues. Real talk.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But what makes Spider-Man unique was out of all the heroes, Spider-Man is one of the very few that deal with real world problems. When if you take it back to he was going to school, he had to hide stuff from his aunt. He dealt with the death of Gwen Stacy. His best friend father hated him.
Yeah.
He dealt with real world, and he's one of the few heroes and this is why when I used to watch Spider-Man: Amazing Friends, it was funny. But when I started reading Spider-Man and reading, he dealt with the he dealt with death. He dealt with failure. He dealt with stuff that other heroes didn't do.
And he was a teenager.
Yes, dealing
And
with
so
men.
for me, I didn't really appreciate that part until after I became an adult, and you look back at what I experienced as a teenager, and then you read the story that he went through. It helps you.
And Stan Lee wrote one of the greatest lines in comic book. And as an adult, I came to understand that with great power comes great responsibility. As a child, it's good writing. As an adult, and you apply it to real life, it's phenomenal because you realize you have a responsibility to do things to help people. You have a responsibility to be great. You have a responsibility to share your gift. And a lot of people don't get it. So Spider-Man is always one of those heroes that he just dealt with tragedy. And Tony Stark's a millionaire. He don't deal with no damn tragedy. You know what his tragedy was? You know what Tony Stark's biggest arc was? Is Demon in a Bottle. He was an alcoholic because he had too much fucking money. Spider-Man dealt with yeah, right. Spider-Man dealt with being an orphan, losing his uncle. That he dealt with being arrogant and then having his uncle pay his price for his arrogance. You don't get that. And you can apply that in the real world. I ain't a millionaire, so I can't apply Tony Stark. But I can apply what I see in Spider-Man, and he's one of the very few heroes that you can. You can apply what you see in Spider-Man into real world scenarios. He can go to the extreme, going against the Sinister Six. That's going against big odds and still not being able to fail because people are counting on and it's humor. The reason why Spider-Man tells jokes and he's humorous is because he's nervous during fights. A lot of people never knew that, but that's why he's always that.
And he's a worthy little kid, laughing.
I mean, one of the greatest stories I read was he got beat up, and then Captain America was helping him, and then Captain America he was a teacher at this time. Because when they made Spider-Man adult, he became a teacher. And Captain America walks into his school because he found out his identity. And he said, we just fought all these supervillains in the super jail, and his face is all beat up. And he said, and you still came to work? And Spider-Man was like, somebody has to teach the kids.
Right.
But imagine being beat up, but you're still going to work. That is the most realest thing anybody could do. Spider-Man is so blue collar.
He is.
No idea.
Nah, I like you just show the jacket a little bit. Comic books is my life, if you can't tell.
So, Spider-Man in Spider-Man 1, the movie, how he was thinking of different suits to wear,
Yes.
The notebook with all the different suits in it.
Yes.
So basically, what I have right here is my first Spider-Man kind of suit jacket. I tried to make it, but I ended up stopping because it looked finished. Like, even though it was done, it wasn't done. It was finished because it's a prototype.
Right.
Okay.
All final products need to have some kind of rough draft.
Right.
So this is my rough draft. So this is the back, and then the front.
I like that.
That's dope. That's dope. And then this jacket also has psychology infused to it because if I'm wearing this on my body and I'm walking around, you can obviously tell that I love Spider-Man. Same word. So
No. Yeah,
it's also a great
aside to the jacket is fine.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. My clothes are a great conversation starter and a great icebreaker. Because it's easy to basically bond with somebody over things that you all like.
Right.
And
who doesn't love Spider-Man?
Who doesn't love the book?
So how did you transition from painting to getting into clothes?
So it was actually clothes into painting.
Okay.
So, I was, working on my clothes, and I was actually sitting with my fiance, and I was on Instagram, and I just looked at this video of somebody painting, and I was like, this looks cool. I'm gonna try this. So I went to Walmart, got a canvas, and at first, so the way that they did it was they did a blow dryer method, and I didn't have a blow dryer, so I didn't realize that I needed a blow dryer until after I got there with all the paint. And Walmart is 30 minutes away from school, so I just made a trip and forgot something, so I'm not gonna go back. So I just did pour paint, poured the paint on the canvas, and then just allowed the paint to work itself on the canvas. And honestly, I was able to create things based off of those, based off of the paint bonding with each other.
Right.
And once I started putting those up around my room, people started, actually seeing it, actually paying attention to what I was doing, and actually saw like the transition. Like that was kind of cool in itself too. Like some students at the school actually saw how I went from clothes to painting, and they're like, okay, I see what you're doing here. But the paintings are different. Like the paintings are, what do you see? Can you see something?
Right.
Does your brain see it? Because if your brain sees it, then it's actually there. So once I started, getting that push, then I actually took it serious and brought it back around.
What's your favorite? What type of paints do you like to paint?
Acrylic paint.
Is that all you do, or that's just your
That's honestly so in regards to the canvases, that's the only paint that I use for the canvas.
Okay.
Because in regards to the cleanup, that's the easiest thing to clean up. Because either you clean it up right then and there, or you wait till it dries and peel it.
Right.
So it also looks the best when it's done drying.
CP3.
Art really isn't my forte, being colorblind. I don't really got too many questions about, like I say, fashion's not really in my wheelhouse, and colors definitely not really in my wheelhouse.
It's like, ooh, that's nice.
I mean, that's why the man jacket is.
Too bad you can't see the colors on
Right.
it though.
Yeah, I don't stop hating with the same.
We do not hate.
Would you like to? I mean, cut you off, but would you like to smell some of my art?
Sure.
He smelled the chocolate.
Yeah, I smell the chocolate.
You hungry?
How much is ain't kicked in yet, baby?
You know what? Stop it.
So this canvas is called Happy Colors. It's basically like the rainbow, like Skittles, and it smells like
Skittles.
blue Kool-Aid.
Oh, it's smart Kool-Aid.
I like the red.
But it smells like the smart.
How you know it's red?
I can see solid colors.
Oh, yeah, smell it. That definitely smells like the blue Kool-Aid. What we used to call that, smart berry or something like
Smart
that?
berry.
If you'd had red, we'd
Oh,
Oh Lord.
I ain't buying that for it.
Something is wrong with you.
What, man? I told y'all. I gave y'all.
Wait, did you show us the one with the colors? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I can smell it from here.
Oh, okay.
You gotta show the camera first before you pass it around.
Yeah.
You're right.
Show the camera thing.
So,
What the hell?
That's what
so
like.
this is called Popsicle Delight. Basically, these little lights look like popsicles, and then the smell on the canvas actually smells like popsicles.
So straight sugar. These kids.
But this actually is one of the keys to my box, because it generates a little bit of heat.
Okay.
All it takes is a little bit of heat for this box to basically ignite the room.
Okay.
Captain.
So if you would like to smell this,
We just start taking everything.
Just start taking everything. Okay. So
Show us the.
this is the Happy Colors canvas. It's like you had the color transition, like it's in the rainbow. And all the colors on this canvas make you
Is
feel
what?
a certain type of way. Because all the colors mean a different thing.
Okay. Well, CP3 said that would smell like one of his ex's house.
I don't know. That's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm trying to figure out.
You done go by memories.
You sure CBD? Because it don't smell like X-Stripper.
Oh,
They got the apple cinnamon. They always love apple cinnamon.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know why they love apple cinnamon.
Bath and Body Works?
Yeah, they had the candles burning and shit. And I like apple pie, so.
Oh my God.
You always take it left.
I'm just saying. I'm like,
If we go right, we could guarantee during the show CP3 is always going to take us left.
And what's this one called?
This one is called Chocolate Delight.
Okay.
Basically, it smells like chocolate, but fruity things normally smell delightful. So it's a little bit of like fruity pebbles on top.
Oh, okay.
So
I bet you did. Is that the one you took to the company picnic?
Nah.
I'm gonna be quiet on what she probably
I
said.
forgot what her name was.
Oh wow.
Was it fish fillet?
Oh.
Nah.
She sure like them crab legs now.
She didn't smell like it. No, she didn't smell like it.
And what's next?
That's what he's
I want to see the whole box.
Okay. So I actually worked at a summer camp as well. And I took this box to my summer camp.
Okay.
Kids, and they were super psyched about it because they've never seen artwork with the smell on it.
Right.
So I gave them this canvas, and I didn't have a name on it at first. And the kid looked at it, and as soon as she looked at it, she said, "Oh, it looks like Rainbow Fantasy." And I said, "How did you just come up with that?" And she basically just told me how the different colors on this canvas reminded her of one of the uniforms in the house. So I said, "I can call it Rainbow Fantasy."
There you go.
So
Rainbow Fantasy.
Rainbow Fantasy, that's another stripper name.
Kids got this knowledge. Kids got knowledge that, sometimes we look at them like, dang, for real.
You should really hear your other co-host.
I hear him.
You hear him?
I'm trying to get him
You just think, oh, you're doing it on purpose. Okay.
So the great thing about that canvas is there's a lot of different smells on that canvas.
Yeah.
So if you do take it out, let's just say you have it with you, put it in your bag, take it out, whip it out, start smelling it.
When I smelled it, I really thought of him. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to be so ratchet.
What you about to say, CP3?
That smells like one of his little strippers soap. It looks smell
Yeah, exactly. Have to get out the tub and she
That's why I was like, like, before I hand this to you.
That's like, see, you already knew.
We need to go with some prayer.
Look, everybody,
Because when you said Rainbow Fantasy, he already was like,
He was like, I had a stripper named Rainbow Fantasy in the early 2000s.
Yeah, we went to the house to that's what it smelled
like. So
like.
this is
that when Cash Money was taking over?
So this is actually for sale, but this is going to be up in the new store because we're making our transition right now.
Okay.
But this canvas right here is called Siren.
Siren. Okay. That's a mermaid.
Yeah. Yes.
I know a little bit of something.
So this was actually named by one of my coworkers. As soon as she looked at it, she saw a Evil Mermaid, and I was just like, "That's crazy."
Siren. Yeah.
Exactly. But the way this canvas is set up, it's supposed to be used to heal and calm you. The colors on it are very soothing. The smell on it is very calming. And honestly, if you were to smell this after a night shower, you would feel very, very, very relaxed.
Let's see Siren over here. This this feels like Rainbow Fantasy Big Sister.
Why is he looking like he's reminiscing over something? You are.
All of these, he's like,
an
oh,
escalation.
nice.
See
Let me
that other
smell
one?
it and
The first
think
one
of what it
sets the
smells
mood.
like.
That one right there makes panties come off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
see,
stage.
he will take your artwork
I'm
and
just saying.
use
He
it
would
as
corrupt
an
it.
I'm telling you though, it's a great art piece to have in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as she come in there,
Right by
what
the
is
page.
this? Oh my goodness.
See,
The panties was called, and the panties
I
was
know this
called.
artist.
no, you encourage him.
You know, do you got one that smells like $40?
You know what?
The inflation is 55. Man.
Oh, it's 55 now.
Inflation is motherfucker.
So this is my last canvas.
Uh-huh.
This is called Cereal Sherbet.
Oh.
Basically, it's sherbet with a cereal smell on top. So it's like topping on sherbet.
So it's good enough to eat. I don't even want to
See,
say. I don't even want to take this over that way. I'll smell it.
Okay, so the smells on this canvas are lemon blueberry pound cake, crispy, no, not crispy, but fruity pebbles and fruit. Oh,
Yeah, we can.
I'm having this on. I mean, I showed y'all the time.
Yeah, but we saw that one. That was the one that was sitting up.
But yeah, so I tried to. So basically, when I'm pouring the wax has a mind of its own. I can't control it. So whatever the wax does, it does. I mean, I try my best to make it spiral, but with these circles, I try to make fruit loops because fruit loops are round, but they came out a little different. So
Right, it's art.
it's all about the way you feel about it.
It does smell like purple.
So with my canvases, if you would like to, make the smell boost more off the work, just rub it, and basically it's like the whole
like a scratch and sniff.
Yeah, like the scratch and sniff, like magazines and stuff.
We came from the scratch and sniff era.
Oh damn, this really does smell like
Get your
I'm
bowl of
telling
Fruit
you.
Loops and go ahead and have it.
So like,
I see you next
let's
time.
just say you hung that up and you hung that up on that wall, on that white wall. Now you got a fruity smell walking past that wall.
And you know what's good is that a lot of artwork they encourage you not to touch it.
Right.
So this is the opposite.
Just interact. Oh, it's great to say that because one of my great days of work, I actually got to talk to a psychologist, and she was telling me how my artwork could be like how you said revolutionary in the medicine world.
Yeah.
Like if I was to partner with offices, doctor's offices, hospitals,
You need a psychiatrist?
psychiatrists.
We know one. We interviewed Dr. T.
If I were to, work with one of them, they, not them, but their patients could actually benefit from my pieces. Because while they're, having their sessions, they could be holding one of these in their hand, just having a conversation. Oh, boom, look at what I see. Now y'all are talking about this, and you're opened up.
Right. But you can also kind of, we have a lot of people who have like holistic shops and things.
Yeah.
They may want something that would include one of their scents. That could be something that you could. I got ideas for days. I'm just gonna let you know now.
Hey, honestly, I got a note. So
I mean, this the calmest we've ever seen CP3 on the show.
I know, so it must be working.
Yeah,
And then you got him smelling Fruit Loops and everything else, so that's good.
He got the patients for every stage of the night. Yeah,
But
man.
it's not just for the night. What about the rest of your day?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's all I'm worried about. I work during the day and I come home and want some relaxation. They get to smell the paintings and then I ain't got to do no talking. Like I said, talk, Paintings come off, fruits in the morning.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And no muss, no fuss. Isn't it?
Anyway,
Communication.
You got one that smells like prayer?
You said like what?
Prayer.
Yes, we need. We need some holy water, frankincense, and myrrh. That's what you need in his
In the
house.
shot lanes, I take a shot.
Oh Lord.
But do you do like really? Because I know you wouldn't have been able to bring it here. But do you do like really large paintings or anything?
It's funny that you say that as well. I was thinking about it.
Okay.
I was thinking about bringing it, but it's hot outside.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating a lot.
And your vehicles would smell quite different.
Yeah.
It'd be all the smells in one.
That'd be a lot.
Not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, no.
So how did you come up with the concept of putting the light on that particular painting?
So I just so I have 4 of these. This box is included. So my first one, I just wanted to try something different. I wanted to see if I could make the lights, basically, make the canvas look different. Like obviously you see it differently when the lights on, when the lights are on. But when you turn the light off and then you turn these little LED lights on that are behind it, what does it look like now? Like can you see a different image? With the lights being on, is that gonna make the canvas warm enough for these smells to, come off the canvas? That was like my little prototype. And then the second one, I did like a galaxy design, and I put different color LED lights around a black canvas with glitter on it, and it basically looked like the galaxy. So basically, the concept behind these lights was I wanted to I wanted my artwork to be seen with the lights on. So it's basically giving it another mood set.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I have another question.
I know you do.
So, outside of the artwork that you've shown us, do you tend to do any more traditional type of pieces? Or even, I know my aunt does this sometimes, the epoxy paint and things like that. Have you ever dabbled in those other types of paint?
So I tried to do the resin, well not resin, but the resin art, and it didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. So I didn't pick it back up. So instead of doing different things, I just try to do exactly what I'm doing, but differently. If that makes sense.
Right.
So I try to do different techniques. So that's where the different aspects of my art pieces come from.
Right.
So like the sense, some of my stuff goes in the dark. Some of my stuff changes when it hits the sunlight.
Okay. And we see the lights as well.
Yeah. So basically, it's just me renovating what I'm doing and improving.
So with that, what do you normally find as your inspiration?
That's a great question because I literally realized, even now, before I started talking, I realized that my mind is blank sometimes. And like I literally just can't think about anything. I try to think about stuff, and I just can't think about anything. And sit there and wait until something happens, and then this is what I'm thinking about. And so honestly, I just wait until something. Yeah.
I think they say that's an emotional thing. Take off of your emotion versus.
Oh yeah, I can definitely say that I play off my emotion. I actually did some pants, some jeans that are called Be Your Own Men. And basically the concept of those pants are you need to watch who you're friends with because no matter who you're friends with, Like if they really aren't solid, and you know for a fact that they're solid with you, then they can turn on you, and sure, it could be the end of that.
Damn, sounds like my life story.
You know, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like so, I work at Thompson, and literally some of the things that I was told, it's crazy to me, and it almost makes me want to cry because it's like those people that are telling me this. I've told you, watch for your friends. Right. Yep. Why are you telling me that such and such is going on with you because you're still dealing with this person? I said, why?
Well, because they're young.
Yeah.
And
And
they gotta learn for themselves sometimes.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I hate, not that hate, but like that's the thing that like I learned about myself this year. I have to allow I'm working with kids, yes. So I was once a child myself, and sometimes I didn't listen, and I did have to learn the hard way. But being an adult now, I see why my mom used to get mad at me because I used to learn the hard way. Because it's like I told you not to do it. Right. Yes, you're hurt, but like I told you not to do it. You wouldn't be in this predicament if you would have just listened to me. Correct. So I understand.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I ain't got no more questions.
Well, question. You are an educator. Do you have children of your own?
I do.
Okay. Do you think that this is preparing you to have children of your own later on, or do you not want to even have any because they have spoiled it?
I definitely want to have kids.
Okay.
I just need to be careful because my father, he had really strong genes, and he had twins, and I would hate to, have my fiance hate me
because she has twins.
Yeah.
So let me tell you why I don't have kids. My father's a twin. My mother's a twin. And I'm a middle child. And my brother had 2 kids. Ain't none of them damn demons twins. So no. Yeah. It's not. Might have quadruplets.
Imagine that.
I'd have to get 6 jobs.
Yeah.
And then they would all have my mouth too. I just couldn't deal with it. I'd be like, get out. They'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Twins don't run in our family. My pull-out game spectacular.
That's stupid.
Are you sure? Because that kid was in Richmond and he did bring a gun to a.
Like I said.
And he had a wife beater.
I
ain't had no cornrows.
Like I said, I ain't had no
cases that we know of. I feel like you have children out there. I'm just waiting for the day.
Like I told him, your mama kept me from you.
You better not get on do your DNA test on Ancestors or 23andMe because somebody's looking for you. I know you're not going to because you don't want them to find you.
Got the plans there. CSI, 48 hours, all of that shit. No, not the kid.
Something wrong with you.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm trying to stay out of shit.
I mean, your kid be 20. Well, you can still owe child support.
No, he's saying what he did. He doesn't want his DNA.
Yeah, statutes of limitation on some of these things is crazy, man.
You know, a CP3. You have issues.
Stay out the system, man. That's my background checks.
Do you have anything for our guests before we let them go?
I would just say I've been in the apparel line game for a little while. In my experience, it's definitely hard to catch on and to get someone to mentor you and help you get to that next level. So obviously you're doing something right. Keep doing what you're doing, and like I said, I applaud you again for trying to help the youth have a voice. And ironically, you're a substitute teacher at the school where my nieces and nephews go to. So
what?
We'll talk off
camera. Yeah, he said Thomas Stone, so yeah, we're gonna talk off camera. See if you know some things that I might not know.
Oh Lord.
Hope I don't get nobody in trouble.
Yeah, too late now.
Uncle ain't laying hands with nobody in a while. Might be that time.
Yeah, lady, answer that. Think you have for our guests before we let them go?
Well, I just want to applaud you for all that you're doing. I feel like once you know, put it out there to these companies and things like that, I feel like that will open the door. If that's what you're going to go ahead and do, that will definitely open the door for you. And outside of that, I mean, you have a great product, you're talented, and it sounds like your intentions are good. So that is what we kind of need in this business. So kudos to you. Great work.
As always, we like to show we like to show our guests love, and we always like to support. So you know, definitely follow us. We definitely shout you out. Any like new product or you do something new, you know, you don't have to be. It's not just a one-time interview. We actually support on at the bar, so you know, we will support definitely.
We follow up. That's what he's saying.
God dang, 3 people sent music.
Video break, play some new music.
Well, I'm about to. It's not gonna be a video, but I'm just gonna play the songs that they sent.
They sent videos or just songs?
Just songs. But I'm gonna put the logo up because I'm not putting the camera back in the other place because that's a lot of work. But we're gonna play some music and then you'll be able to hear us as we close out. And I'm gonna play all these tracks, but I'm actually gonna play the song if I can find
it. Are these critiques?
They sent them.
Hey now, okay. I'm saying this to my 2 co-hosts. Hey now, these critiques, okay. We have to be open-minded and kind. Did they send messages with these critiques?
No, but okay. So we're gonna play the song. She's baddie. So this is the guy that won, but I couldn't play his video because I think they took it down.
Okay.
And Roy Booth, we are gonna play the song, and he said please critique. So when we do this, and we honestly, so there's no hate or nothing like that, but we'll give us our honest opinion of it. But this is A Marco. This is the video I couldn't play earlier. He won the DMV joint. But stay tuned. I'm gonna play you a joint right after this joint.
She baddie, woke up knowing that she baddie. I know she baddie, so naughty she call me daddy. She call me daddy. She's so sweet, her name is Maddie. Her name is Maddie. Yeah, she baddie. I know she baddie. Woke up knowing that she baddie. I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie. I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie. I know she baddie. In the daily, cause I really want her to be my own lady. Ran me from the BK, but I'm still so big, I got saved, baby. Sipping in your girl, cause you're crazy. Broken on the heart, Haiti. Slipping that ass so hard, dug a whole car, all the concern about the safety. Getting the road cause I want to. Give me everything you got. Broken or rough, still got to. Get some water cause I'm hot. Bring it down to a level. The blast to get a look on the devil. I don't want smoke, Spectre, breaking shit, I'm a rebel, ayy. She riding me so hard, ayy, ayy. She riding me, I shoot just like a star, ayy, ayy. She riding me so hard, ayy, ayy. She riding me, I spread her legs apart, ayy. She baddie, I know she baddie. Woke up knowing that she baddie, I know she baddie. So naughty, she call me daddy, she call me daddy. She's so sweet, her name is Maddie, her name is Maddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. She baddie, I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. Bitch, yeah, what you wanna do? What you wanna do? Yeah, bitch, you looking on me, looking on me, looking me off. I want real quick, going down on me, touch that dick, big as an iceberg, gigantic, going down under Atlantic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. gon' love me. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. Woke up knowing that she baddie, I know she baddie. So naughty, she call me daddy, she call me daddy. She so sweet, her name is Maddie, her name is Maddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. Woke up knowing that she baddie, I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie. Yeah, she baddie, I know she baddie.
Loose ends, now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out loose ends. Now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out. I hate when goofies think that I'm the same as before. I said I've been across the world, I done seen how they go. I said the vibe turned up soon as I realized that toxic trading people leave you dead inside. True color showing timing in the way that you act. You better watch how you around me. Fix yourself around me. Tempers get the flaring when you stayed in the facts. I said I hate when people flip it shit, there's no coming back. Loose ends, now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out loose ends. Now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out white lately, like some crazy. We out here trying to leave our mark and really make it. Man, I knew some stars that was shining for sure. A couple years then gone and past, they ain't shining no more. I can't believe that people get offended when you match the energy. Shout out to them day ones that never switch their loyalties. Man, I promise I can get petty when it comes to me. Applying pressure every angle and cut up on everything. Loose ends, now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out loose ends. Now I'm cutting off from my loose ends. Circle getting smaller, yeah, no new friends. Turn back the record, let that shit spin. Okay, I'm screaming out. I hate when goofies think that I'm the same as before. Said I've been across the world, I done seen how they go. I said my vibe turned up soon as I realized that toxic trading people leave you dead inside.
I can feel your body tonight. I've always been the type to really go and get my lick back. Diamonds last forever, what tastes sweeter than a get back. Autumn up on me, so you see me, I'll be protected. Please excuse the sick boy, you got one hell of a kickback. I'm pulling up on you tonight. I said fuck the conversation in your head tonight. I'm pulling up on you tonight. I said fuck the common sense, I'm on your head tonight. I'm in the backseat, leaning out the window wearing mask. Please just watch the way that you talk to me. Better watch the way that you talk. That you talk. In the backseat, leaning out the window wearing mask. Please just watch the way that you talk to me. Better watch the way that you talk. Ooh, don't you run, Papa boy, it's suicide. Don't you run, Papa boy, it's suicide. Don't you run, Papa boy, it's suicide. I drop my location trying to find where you at. If I brought a friend, baby, you know I brought the forget. You ain't gotta tell me, baby, it's just automatic. Don't you run, Papa boy, suicide. Pop up at your location while you acting so surprised. Invite me to your function, baby, you know that I'm sliding. Waiting up the party, call me Mrs. Poseidon. I've always been the type to really go and get my lick back. Diamonds last forever, what tastes sweeter than a get back? All the more upon me, so you see me, I'll be protected. Please excuse the sick boy, you got one hell of a kickback. I'm pulling up on you tonight. I said fuck the conversation in your head tonight. I'm pulling up on you tonight. I said fuck the common sense, I'm on your head tonight. I'm in the backseat, leaning out the window wearing mask. Please just watch the way that you and talk to me. Better watch the way that you and toy. That you toy in the backseat, leaning out the window wearing mask. Please just watch the way that you and talk to me. Better watch the way that you and toy. Ooh.
I pulled into the garage and you know you done fucked up, right? No.
Don't need no wings and I still be fly. Catch me outside, yeah, I'm one of them guys. Think for the beat, yeah, you know I'ma slide. Soldier taking over, that is no lie. Niggas been sleeping on me for a while. I'm about to wake their ass up. Put a whole ape in the blunt. I'm high as fuck. Now you know nigga is up. Middle fingers to you fuck. If you sleeping on me, then nigga you suck. Done heard me one time and gave me the beat, so you know ain't no letting up. If it up, then you know that I'm busting. Everywhere that I be, yeah, I'm clutching. I ain't worrying about nigga doing nothing. If he do, then he be on a shirt then. Thanks to Jermaine for putting me up on this. Had to go out and do my motherfucking thing. Had to let these niggas know this my year. Underrated, ain't no niggas hot as me. And I beat the beat up like I'm Rocky. And I see you for niggas try copy me. Tryna do everything that a nigga do. Tryna make all the music for women too. Yeah, niggas never see me snap like this. Yeah, I'm going hard cause this is a gift. And I thank the Lord for giving me this gift. I give it all up to bring mama back. No, she smiling down on me like every day. Just to see her little boy making moves. Yeah, I been up on game, you can't tell me shit. Boy, I been out here for a while doing this. I been going so hard on this music shit. Cause I feel like this gonna be my way out. Lot of people don't see me to make it out. I be damn if a fuck nigga take me out. And that's one of the reasons I'm go out. Cause I know these fuck niggas, they envying. Only time I go out where I go to work. Punch the clock and you know I gotta go to work. I got a dream like Martin. Paint a picture cause you know my vision clear. Told my daughter don't worry about it. I promise, I swear that we gon' make it out of here. I ain't worrying about nothing, I do this shit. And I scream that shit out loud, who you with? You ain't rockin' with us, nigga, who you with? R.I.P. to my uncle Ike, who you with? R.I.P. to my uncle Dawu and shit. R.I.P. to both of my grandmas. R.I.P. to my mom and my bruh. I love you, I never forget you. You the reason I go hard on these beats. Just to keep the damn family name alive. Who you with in this bitch?
I don't think you've changed a thing. Go on, jump. No, I don't want to jump. Yes, you do. You smoke crack, don't you? Yeah. You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack. Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Yes, sir. You know what that does to you? Huh? It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Now, when you're destroying your brain cells, you're doing the same thing as killing yourself. You're just doing it slower. Now, I say if you want to kill yourself, don't fuck around with it. Go on and do it expeditiously. Now, go on and jump. Jump.
No, I don't want to kill myself, sir.
You're quite sure about this, are you?
Yes, sir.
All right, Sam, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back on my own word, just this one. Let you back into my school. You're still a baby. You don't know shit. But you understand this, boy. You're not going to get a moment's rest. I'm going to be on your case every minute. You mess up just once, and you're out of here. Now, you understand me? Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
So the first one was King Sean Loose Ends. I thought it was pretty good. I think for any song that you're gonna play, that you're gonna send to a podcast and in that radio station, I know you have a banger because I could hear the potential in it. I don't think you sent me the banger though. Um, I like the song, but my first intention, I should love the song. Um, and I think it's good work, but I think you need to. I really want the banger, and then you ain't sent me the banger, and I think he has a banger in him. I could tell he has a banger in him.
Right.
That's my thoughts. What are yours?
So, I'm really close line with you. I like the song, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
So if you have an album and I go to a song specifically that I love on the album and this comes on next, I'm not gonna change it.
CP2.
I'm not gonna change it, but I'm not listening to the album for this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do feel like he does have potential. The mix was good. It wasn't a bad song. Um, but again, I feel like you didn't send us that number one track, but it was still a good one. I like it, but it's not. I'm not in love with it.
Yeah.
So send us something else.
But
we might listen to it another day, but send us
we'll be listening to that. But
send us something else because I'm interested to see what else you have.
definitely.
The first one, Loose Ends, right?
Yes.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Say nothing personal, but I didn't feel that joint at all. Started out with the bounce beat at the beginning.
That's not the one we're talking about. No.
No. You're thinking of the gentleman who.
Yeah.
The one after.
The one after that.
She told you that earlier, though.
You said the first one.
The first one that was critiqued.
Yeah, the second track. That one I did enjoy that one. It had a nice feel to it, nice vibe to it, and I can see me
right.
Okay.
You can ride it.
Yeah, but I really think he has a banger that he hasn't sent me yet, though, and I want the banger.
Yeah.
I hear the potential. Like I said, it's a good track, but it's not the banger. It's not the one that's like, oh, I need to send it to my other dude podcast and stuff like that. It's not the one that I'm going to think about every time when I go to play a song. It's one of those, I play it, but it's not going to be like how we always scream about TJ May and stuff like that, or the artists that we play. So I just want that banger.
Right.
616 Backseat. That's the banger. The mix was good. I think she did I liked it. I thought I was very happy with it. I mean, I don't know what more can I say.
I loved it. I felt like she had something there. At one point it gave me a little Katy Perry, real popish, and then it took it back to R&B. It definitely is something that makes you kind of stop and say, "Oh, who's this?" The mix was great. She has a nice voice. She has a good tone, so I'm a fan of it.
wasn't really in my wheelhouse, but it was it was a nice track. I'm not gonna say I would look forward to play on the regular, but if it come on, I wouldn't turn it off.
Right.
But like I said, it's not really in my wheelhouse, but I can see how some people on the track and some folks would like it.
So and the last one was Big Soldier. That one I thought I could hear what he's talking about. I thought the mix could have been a little bit better. I think it's a deep conversation, but it's not the song I'm going to play. Once again, when we sending stuff out to podcasts and internet radio, we want the song that's going to capture everybody's attention. It's it's an okay song, but it's not going to capture their attention. I thought the other two songs would probably mix a little bit better, but I think, like I said, everybody has the potential of having that banger. But this is a song this is a personal song, and we do play those records at times, but it's not going to be the go-to song. And I could see this being I could see if he did a video for this, it will probably be a very deep video. But once again, it's like, is it, if we're sending it to a brand new um a brand new podcast or internet radio station, is it the song that's going to grab their attention? Um, I don't think it is, and I could be wrong, but for me, it wasn't. Um, but I hear the potential. I hear the potential, and I know they can give. I know that, and I know they have it in them. But a lot. Remember when we did with Cool, when he sent the song, was like that wasn't mixed right, and he sent something else that was better.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's about we hear the potential. We just if you're gonna send it, send the A joint.
So for what's the name of that song again?
Uh, that was
So we had Luke Sandy and
big soldier music. That was the artist. He's actually on here. Roy Booth. I will. You say you have a video? We'll play the video next week. Send me the link. Um, it's a giveaway track.
Well, I would say this. I do agree with you with the mix. You need to run that through again. It's not horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not a horrible mix, but it can be fine tuned. But I will say, oh, you got the name of it.
No, but he's actually responded. He said thanks. I love it when people can take constructive criticism and they say it's not. But he's like thanks. He does his own mix. He's still growing, and that's the thing when you perfecting the sound.
But if he's doing it himself and this is new to him, he did a good job.
Yes.
Just try to run it through again and kind of fine tune it and tweak it.
Definitely.
As far as the mix, I will say this. As far as the song as a whole, it wasn't awful, but it didn't jump out to me. Here's the reason why, and I'm not sure if you've watched the show before, but I say this all the time. Show me something that not everyone else is giving us. I feel like your cadence, you have that cadence that we hear often right now. Give me something different. You're not a bad artist. I can hear that. I do hear the potential, but step outside the box and show me something. If you want to incorporate that cadence somewhere in the song, cool. But don't give me that cadence as much in that song because you're going to start to sound like everyone else. I can hear a little bit of other themes going on, which leads me to believe that you are capable of stepping outside that box and giving me something that is completely different. So that as well, I invite you to send us something else as well. So.
Well, he's gonna say he got the video. He's gonna knock it next week. Send us the video. We'll play it definitely. Like we want to and if you're watching the show, with we had Oops by Jay, who's an artist who did something different.
Yeah.
Not just the clothing, it was something different. And that's the wow factor. You make music for the ladies, really? Boom.
Send that to us.
I make music for ladies, really. That's what. Then send it.
Well, I'm a lady. Send it to me.
CP3, what's your thought?
Mixed aspect, I didn't pick up on it as much as you guys did. To me, I like the flow, I like the track. Like you said, he didn't feel like it was his banger, A+ work. But I look at it from a different aspect. It's like he has you wanting more. You see the potential. So instead of not saying that he shouldn't put his A game out there, but he's whetting your appetite. And
he gave you something.
He gave you something to say. I want to hear something else from this guy.
Okay.
See if he can step his game up.
Right.
So not saying you shouldn't always put your A game out there, but he's gave you enough to say that he has potential. Let me give him another shot, as opposed to, oh, this nigga's some garbage. I don't want to hear this shit no more. So I feel like I'm not saying that that's a good ploy to get people to listen, but where he is with his craft, he can afford he can put that not banger track out there because he still has enough appeal to get somebody to say, okay, send me another track because I think you got potential and bring it in. So I can see he's right there on the cusp. He just need a little bit of guidance.
But that's the one that he said thank you, sir. That's the one that I love about the show is that we all have different opinions.
Right.
And the one thing is I love the fact that we can agree to disagree at times. Sometimes you may feel something, I may feel something, and we can express it. And I love it when we have an artist that that's willing to listen.
Right.
And this young man is willing to listen. And he said he makes songs for the ladies. Send it to me. We will play it next week. But right now I need some sleep.
But one thing I want to say to all artists, for those who have sent a track to us or thinking about sending something to us, we're kind when we give our critiques, and we allow you to send another track. You don't always get that opportunity. Sometimes you get one shot. So if you have a song that you know is a banger deep down in your heart, send that. So like CP3 said, some if you want that, like I'm gonna send them this track and leave them wanting for more. You don't always get that opportunity. You're gambling with your career if that is the case. So keep that in mind that you may only get one shot. Um, our show is out there. It's for the whole world to hear. What if this is the only show they're listening to? We would like for everyone to tune in every week. But what if today is the only time someone is listening that can sign you and you have that one opportunity? So take the shot. That's all. To everybody, not just to the people who sent it in. And kudos to the people who sent in the tracks today. It is you're brave. Not everyone,
and
for lack of better words, have the balls to send it.
And they stayed with us through most of the show.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
We got to talk about some of the stuff that we said we were going to talk about.
Before we do that, let's allow our guest to put his info out there.
I was looking at what I had in my title. I was like, we ain't talking about none of that stuff.
Put your information out there, please, sir.
You all can follow me on Instagram at Oop by J, OOP by J. And if you all would like any paintings or any custom-made work, just DM me. We'll go from there.
And what hours are you at the mall?
So, like I was saying, well, actually, in a few days, we're moving out of the mall.
Yeah.
But the hours of me being in the other store is to be determined.
Okay, cool.
And that's oop, like that meme that y'all be putting out there that go oop like that. Yeah, oop.
So, oop basically means opportunity of power. Anybody can have all the power in the world, but once that door of opportunity is open, anybody can step through.
That's dope. That's dope.
Giving y'all that deep title.
Think about it for a second. I appreciate you all for listening, and thank you.
We appreciate you for coming. We really do.
And bringing your lovely fiance with you. It's good to see support.
Oh yeah. We definitely love support.
I hear that, fellas. He admits on this show that's his backbone. Ain't nothing wrong with saying it. If it's the case, that's the truth. And don't look at me like that. We know you. Like, you ain't got no backbone right now, apparently.
She knocked out. All right. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna hit the drop off and we're gone.
What was it?
What were we supposed to talk about?
We supposed to talk about the baby daddy bridesmaid.
Oh, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get up there, so this is what happened. I saw something on social media, and it was a chick put her cousin basically married her baby daddy, and she was the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
That's a little weird to me.
Ain't no weird. She's stupid.
Okay, tell us how you really feel.
I'm just gonna be real. Ain't no way.
And then she put a reel of it though. But she's like, and she was the maid of honor. She was the maid of honor. And she was dancing and. But that's her cousin married her baby father.
As soon as they told me they was together, I'm snatching hair. Come on now, let's be real.
The conversation we had before about this new generation
have different
they are open to different things.
Yeah.
And our generation, it would not be tolerated or accepted.
The look on your face is so disgusting right now.
Disgusting.
I mean, I was speaking to a young lady that said she was dealing with a dude, and he came out and told her that he was bisexual after months of them being together, and she didn't have a problem with
you're right. As far as sexuality is concerned, you know, the younger generations are more accepting of that. Because real talk, all these kids practically they're coming out as bi or gender fluid and a whole bunch of stuff that our generation, we don't understand that.
I'm still trying to figure out pansexual.
I mean, well,
Shut up.
I thought pansexual meant you like panda bear.
You're going to offend someone today.
Why not?
I feel like you were doing well as far as being offensive. But anyway.
This has been the most least offensive show we've done in a while.
Right.
He hasn't offended nobody. I didn't offend nobody.
No, here he comes. But I feel as though the sexuality, because everyone in these newer generations is so common.
Well, it's common, and you can't turn it off. Like, if you turn it off TV, it's on your phone. If you turn off your phone, it's on the computer.
But it's
and
not even
you can't be
comfortable in whatever. They're going with the flow.
But the thing is, you
So
can't
I
be a
get that
kid.
part.
You can't be a kid.
Correct. Because why is a kid coming out telling us their sexuality when you're in elementary school?
Well, they're trying to normalize and just going about it the wrong way. Because the issue is, the problem was people didn't accept it because it wasn't talked about. It wasn't a normal part of society.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're trying to make it more acceptable. So if you do see it, that's why if you notice all the commercials are now more interracial couples.
Right.
You see more gay couples.
Because they're being inclusive.
They're trying to be inclusive and trying to open people's minds. Like I said, most people that are prejudiced and racist and against certain groups because they've never come in contact with them.
Correct.
They only know what they see on TV or see it on the news. Right. And they show the most negative stuff on those platforms.
Which I'm fine with when it comes to sexuality and racial issues. What I'm not okay with.
Your cousin marry your baby daddy?
Exactly. I feel like that has nothing to do with
it. Is that shocking now with the rate of divorce and the rate of
It's not shocking. However, I feel like you're crossing a line.
But it should be normalized because look at all the relationships that break up so quickly because of the instant gratification, the slime in the DMs. You get.
I don't think that should be normalized.
I mean, I'm just saying in the state of where we are in society now. I'm not saying it should be normalized and hey, it's no problem with it, but I'm surprised it hasn't happened more often. Like I said,
it probably does.
But it's not publicized.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because you have these folks jumping in the bed with each other. And having a kid, and then next thing you know, they at a cookout and
I would like
but
to be able to close her legs to my baby daddy.
I mean, it's and once again,
my baby daddy to not even think about going after my cousin.
But we talk about morals and people morals are different.
Correct.
Rapper Kevin Gates has been on record for saying that he slept with his cousin, and by the time he found out,
he knew she was the cousin.
By the time he didn't know at first, and by the time he's like, his grandma was like, "Baby, that's your cousin," but
I don't know honestly.
No, I think it was like his third cousin, but she was like, his grandmother told him that wasn't, and they still continue to sleep with each other.
Right. That didn't stop him.
You're disgusting.
Third cousin, I'm saying that's like.
That's like what, family?
That's like the.
If
it's like family.
Can immediately identify with the fact that that's your cousin.
If y'all got the same grandmother,
you should, fall.
That's a no, bro.
If your
grandma hit it by accident, not to continue to do it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He hit it by accident, but then they continued after he found out. He's like, "Well, I've already started."
That's not.
And obviously CP3 would continue.
What's on your list? Because I feel like you got.
I'm about to play a song.
We're
done.
I want you to get this fuck where he breathes. I want you to find the stance of Boy Elliot Ness. I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
I love you, Bobby.
All my bitches all with designer, we'll do knockoffs. Switch about a little paper, man, that is not law. Got a young nigga who don't play, bout to pop off. We about to go and make a play, that's a drop off. All my bitches bitches all with designer, we don't do knockoffs. Switch about a little paper, man, that is not law. Got a young nigga who don't play, bout to pop off. We about to go and make a play, that's a drop off. They always wonder why I act like this, cause my block hard. They wonder why she always in my whip, cause that top's off. I'm always clipping, gripping on that glick, don't make it hot dog. And if she acting like she with the shits, I got that hot sauce. They always know I'm in touch with these streets, don't need no iPhone. If he always show a nigga love, you know I ride for him. Got a couple your homies turn on you, they ain't gon' cry for you. Run around like you the man, rub it down and gon' put the iron on you. Had to live to learn a lesson, this is what you die for. Every day this shit a blessing, cause it's been what I want. Never dealt with pounds on my night, on my high horse. We was always sitting in the kitchen, left them pots on. All my bitches all wear designer, we don't do knockoffs. Switch about a little paper, man, that is not law. Got a young nigga who don't play, bout to pop off. We about to go and make a play, that's a drop off. All my bitches all wear designer, we don't do knockoffs. Switch about a little paper, man, that is not law. Got a young nigga who don't play, bout to pop off. We about to go and make a play, that's a drop off.
Okay, them niggas, they don't really want no work, we get them knocked off. Niggas grabbing switches or the pumping, that's the sawed off. I got bitches running in and out the trap, they like the fuck raw. And me and Slime got the packs from the back, so we count up.